the place for the realest conversations.
I appreciate United Garden Homes for stopping through with a check for $2,000.
Yes.
Some people came through anonymously.
Yes.
Dropped off money. The family has received those funds. And whatever you can do, if everybody do a little, nobody has to do a lot.
The movement continues.
Did you ever think that you would be in this position right now where your daughter would have some way lose her life?
I didn't want to believe it. All the times I called, sometimes the phone would ring and ring and ring for days. I didn't want to know that she had successfully committed suicide.
What are some of the conditions in the jail that got people upset, like the living conditions on a day-to-day basis?
We'll come out our cell at 11 o'clock in the morning. We'll get food and we'll get medication. So that shortens the time. Out of those 2 hours, we'll probably get an hour out, and then we'll have to lock back down. And by lock back down, I mean we're staying in our cell. We get fed in our cell. We don't come out our cell at all, and that's pretty much the biggest problem. Like, they simply say that they're short-staffed, but that's not enough because they knew that they were going to be short-staffed. Like, this has been a problem for over 2 years now.
The marathon continues.
There's never been a better time to make change in the city of Milwaukee, starting with the youth. And we talked about the housing. Willie Hines, y'all boy Willie Hines, and they trying to change the leadership over there. We got our hands full, and it's not the time. But we got attorney B. Ivy Lamar on the lines right now, calling from the courthouse. How you doing, attorney B. Ivy Lamar?
Hey, what's going on, Tory? I'm good, man. Happy to be here.
Joining me on the line, Dr. Umar Johnson. How you doing, brother, Dr. Umar Johnson?
Peace and Pan-Africanism, good brother Black Power to all my brothers and sisters in Milwaukee, Kenosha, Green Bay, Racine, and across the state of Wisconsin.
Yo, peace, King. I'm going to stand with you and walk with you, brother.
God bless you.
Because I think it's an important thing, what you're doing, and you need to have the support of the community. Regardless if we live in these areas or not, it all affects us in one way or shape or form.
It's time for that action and all the smoke. This is the Wisconsin Broadcasters Association award-winning Tory Lowe Show on 101.7 The Truth app, and streaming live on YouTube.
Yam, yam, pam, 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 jam, jam.
What do you mean by that?
Oh, wow.
Man, best show in the world, bro. You got the best show in the world. Hope you know that, man.
God bless you, brother. I appreciate that.
Speak up, speak up, speak up to you both. Thank you so much. Tory, you spoke to my kids. Liz, you did too. But you spoke to my kids, and when I tell you both that they was talking about what we did earlier that morning all day, that's literally what they was doing. They was talking about it all day. My son was just hollering,
awesome.
Where's Tory? Like,
tell Tony, all aboard. It's okay to jump on the love train.
I'm not jumping on the love train.
We might got a couple seats left.
Listen, he ain't going to be, Jordan Love will not be the starter in 5 years.
Trash. That's a trash.
That's just my take.
Now you're trying to string it out.
I know that ain't who I think it is.
Well, I'll need some apologies from the staff of 101.7.
Oh, wow. Wait a minute. I think the line's messing up. Hey, Eddie. Oh, I guess something happened with Eddie.
Hush up, boy.
And they have an agenda. And the agenda is a satanic one. I don't know why people don't talk about it. You can't talk.
Oh, Yo, they just empty.
I wanted to make sure that I let you know that to hear a person and have a person like you in this community, the way that you are selfless, the way that you give, even when your cup is not even full, you are filling other people's cups. And that just inspires me to make sure that I help you the best way that I can by doing my part.
As always, my good brother, stay cool, stay calm. Stay focused.
Now, live from American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee, here is the king of talk radio, Tory Lowe.
Justice Wisconsin, the truth, the most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM, the movement continues. Yeah. Milwaukee, stand up. It's Tory Lowe, the truth. From 1 to 4, we about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice, we want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope. Yeah. Tory Lowe from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We bout that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back. We ready. 101.7 The Truth. Tory Lowe. Tory Lowe Show, live from American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue. And I'm here for the action.
And but that action.
And I want all the smoke.
Who wants to smoke today?
Salute to all my brothers and sisters on the front line. The movement continues.
The man continue.
How you doing, DJ Brother Z?
It's Taco Tuesday.
And how y'all doing out there in Radio Land? Truth Nation. Thank you for joining me this April 29th, 2025. We got another powerful show for you today. So I'm gonna need y'all to open up your ears, okay? Now look, I gotta address something, Truth Nation. I gotta address something because it's happening, and I want y'all to hear it while it's happening. I don't want y'all to hear it down the line and have to react to something. So these past 2 weeks, I've received more death threats than this is probably, they breaking the record right now. They breaking the record. And I think it's coming from the liberal side, the liberals. And what I'm saying is they threatening me like they gonna do something to Tory Lowe. This is what's happening. I'm gonna need y'all to open up your ears today. I'm gonna tell y'all this. And you know why I'm letting y'all know? Because I'm always going to talk about things that happen in real time. We bring families of tragedy on the show. We try to get ahead of the curve. We bring missing people on the show. We deal with the situations, the tough situations. And I'm going to tell you this. I got threatened by somebody yesterday, and I was like, okay, this is like the 6th threat that I got in the last probably 2 weeks total. You know what I mean? So they mad because I'm saying whatever I feel like. Because I'm going to say, I'm going to do the work. See, the half of the folks that's mad, they not going to help you. They going to help themselves. Or they're going to help something that thinks they're going to help them, and they try to mix it in with black people. I help everybody. I help they race more than they help they race. It ain't no race I ain't help. It's documented. It ain't no person, no type of person I ain't help. LGBTQ, it don't matter what they believe in, Christian. I help everybody because that's who I am. This is before I got on the radio and while I'm on the radio. I don't care what you believe. I don't care who you voted for. That ain't we out here showing that we can do it. We about that action. And when folks say they're going to do something to Tory Lowe, trust me, you ain't finna do nothing to Tory Lowe. Trust me. You not going to do nothing to me, and ain't nobody worried about it. I was just outside just the other day looking for a missing person in the street. I ain't going to see you outside. Matter of fact, I could go 20 years, and I'll never see y'all. So half of the folks that's talking, I'll go 20 years helping folks, and I'll never see them. I went 15 years and didn't see them. I could go another 20 years, and I'll never see you where I'm at because I'm on the block. You ain't gonna never be on the block. They mad because somebody on the block is on top. I'm on top. We done rose. We done came from cleaning up to the top, started from nothing. And so if that make you feel bad, keep watching. And you ain't gonna do nothing. And the sad part about it is it's the political liberal folks. That's who it is. I already know who they is. See, I understand why you mad. It's not because I voted for Donald Trump. America voted for Donald Trump. It's not because
you don't like what I'm saying. You just hate the fact that I'm able to get out here and bring results, and I make you look resultless. See, my movement ain't about just talking on the radio. We get outside. What they say, catch me outside. and ain't nobody gonna do nothing. Y'all think it's just me. I got a nation behind me. I got a nation of people behind me. Y'all not gonna do nothing. You can, if the lies don't work, if the hate don't work, they start telling lies. And I don't care. That's not where I live. I live on the block. I live on a result base per case. Per case, per situation, can we get something done? That's my whole movement. My whole movement is about helping families. Black, white, Asian, Hispanic, it don't matter. Native American, it doesn't matter. See, when I get the call, it's me. I don't call nobody, and I work and I organize families, and we get it done. When I came on this show, I called the Democrats Demorats 4 years ago. I called the Democrats Demorats because they wasn't doing nothing for the community, and they couldn't control my energy, so it don't matter what I do. They didn't help me. I didn't get not one penny from this community. Not one penny. And I got all the results. I got on the radio. I won all the awards upstate in Madison. I'm winning. First place. We got to go up there this Saturday. We got to go to the WBAs this Saturday. And guess what they got me up for? I don't know, DJ Brother Z, what the categories we up for, DJ Brother Z? At least 3 of them, 4 of them.
I'd have to look.
I'm just telling y'all the truth. We result based on this side. This ain't no buddy. I'm winning awards for radio, and they never thought that could happen from the streets. The streets is in the building, and we running things. And we not falling for none of that hocus pocus, that okey doke, or none of that. We talking to everybody. If I want to talk to Donald Trump, I'm going to talk to Donald Trump. If I wanted to talk to Joe Biden, I'm going to go talk to Joe Biden. You can't tell me who to talk to and what to talk to, or what to do, or what to believe, and how to act, because I can't tell you that. So I'm here for it. You got the right one. You want to do something to Tory Lowe? Do it. See how it work out for you. See how it work out for you. Look, let me tell you something. The next person that say something outright, trust me, they not gonna do nothing. So I'm only saying it out loud because when y'all hear folks talking out the side of their face, they not gonna do nothing. They not gonna help nobody. They not going to put themselves in harm's way to try to go and deal with the communities, some of the worst situations in the community. They not known for that. If you Google their name, you ain't going to see nothing come up. And no matter what race they are, trust me, I'm over there on their side helping they folks. I'm over in their community. They community calling me. All this political extra stuff that's going on, it ain't help nobody. The people lose. The people fall in the cracks. They get their pockets laced, and they keep it moving. So anybody that uses politics as a vehicle to try to make their decisions, trust me, they getting a check or they benefiting somehow from that political understanding. They benefiting because the streets ain't benefiting. That's why I do it. That's why the people call me to help, because they won't respond. They won't call them back. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you say. When this show over with, I hit the block. A lot of people in my space wouldn't if they would have got to the height of media that I achieved, they wouldn't be out on the block. They wouldn't be out on the block. See, a death threat, I'm gonna take all death threats serious. Death threats. You can have your political opinion. You can have your political opinion. But if you say you're gonna do something to me, I say come get me. Come do it and see how far you get. Words don't mean nothing to me. I get paid to talk. But let me tell you this. This is we just talking on the air. But trust me, when I hit the block, I bet you I don't see you outside. Try to do something to Tory Lowe at your own risk. That's what I'll tell you that. Because we ain't backing down from nobody. And when the hate don't work, they start telling lies. And when the lies don't work, they try to threaten your life. And I'm only telling y'all this, so if something happened, y'all know that, and if something happened to them, see, y'all, I'm not one of them scared cats. I ain't never been scared of nothing in my life. So here we go. They mad. So when y'all see somebody saying something about Tory Lowe, tell them Tory Lowe said, God bless you. Because I ain't worried. And not only that, it ain't about what they say about nothing like political. I'm not talking about none of that. I'm talking about somebody saying they gonna do something to me. Trust me. We outside for real. And we was just out at the cleanup. Where you was at? I done found 2 missing people. What you gonna do? No, look, somebody in the chat, that's the liberal, saying tough guy. No, ain't no tough guy. Y'all threatening me. I'm telling you it ain't gonna work. How am I a tough guy? See, y'all liberals is trash. Y'all liberals is trash. And y'all know that y'all trash. Instead of talking to me, why don't y'all go help the community? Why don't y'all go out here and find some missing people? Why don't y'all go out here and pick up the trash? It's enough of y'all. Why don't y'all get out here and do something? Y'all don't do nothing. Because this is where it's coming from. I'm calling y'all out. It's the liberals out here. That's who it is. And we ready. We ready. Do something. Hey, look, when we come back, we going to get into the show, Truth Nation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
And that's Tory Lowe, bringing you all the action and all the smoke.
Man, what did he do to make them niggas that mad?
As clutch of a player to ever play basketball.
It's game time on Season 4 of Behind the Bucks on Bucks Plus.
This year I was like, I need to impose myself more on this team.
Explore Damian Lillard's journey to becoming a top 75 player in NBA history.
That's what really had me feeling like this is going to be great.
Behind the Bucks is presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker, and H&R Benefits Consultant. Find Bucks Plus on bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, and wherever you get podcasts.
Great impressions will exceed your expectations. Great impressions, perceptions, everything.
At Great Impressions Graphics and Printing, they've been proudly serving the community for over 26 years. From their location at the corner of 54th and Burleigh in Milwaukee, their dedication to quality and customer satisfaction has made them a trusted name in printing and design. Great Impressions offer a wide range of services, including banners, posters, yard signs, business cards, programs, and postcards. Plus, they specialize in custom apparel printing, perfect for family reunions, sports outings, business promotions, and more. For your next project, visit greatimpress.com. That's greatimpress.com. Great Impressions. They're here when you need them.
Great impressions, perceptions, everything.
Hi, Drew and Jonathan Scott here, reminding you that a lot of life's firsts are better with help from American Family Insurance. Like your first home expansion, or your first big lightning strike. There's a first for everything. Get the right home policy at the right price with the right help from American Families agents. Life's better when you're under American Families roof. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
At U.S. Bank, when they say they're in it with you, they mean it. Not just for the good stuff, the grand openings and celebrations, although those are pretty great, but for all the hard work it took to get there, the fine-tuning of goals, the managing of cash and workflows, and decision-making. They're in to help you through all of it, because together they're proving day in and day out that there is nothing as powerful as the power of us. Visit usbank.com to get started today. Equal housing lender, member FDIC, copyright 2024 U.S. Bank.
How much does it cost to talk to Gruber Law Offices after a serious accident? It's free. Yes, free, as in it won't cost you anything to speak with us. There's never a fee until we win your case. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
When you're high, you feel different. Pretty obvious, right? You think different, talk different, but if you feel different, you drive different. So if you're high, just don't drive. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app at 1017thetruth.com.
Hey, 1017 The Truth. Tory Lowe Show. Hey, we outside. Hey, look, I'm gonna try to tell you. You can see them in the chat. Look in the chat. Look, the ones that going against what I'm saying, I'm telling y'all what's happening. It's the liberals. It ain't no real folks. It ain't no real people in the street. These nobodies that's mad because I'm pulling away the illusion of what's going on in my community. Like, we've been living in this illusion for a long time. We've been living in an illusion for a long time, and they be trying to put fear on brothers that's trying to break free or brothers that's trying to do it for themselves. They don't never challenge the person that's out here doing wrong. But then when you out here doing and trying to help, then that's the only kind of black that they challenge. We know this. We know that they only challenge the black ones that's really trying to do something, that's really trying to help. That's it. That's all. And all I'm gonna let y'all know is what's happening. I ain't gonna spend too much time on this, but today I got time for it. Today I got time for it because it's happening, and I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna be outside tonight. I got a missing person. I posted it on my page. A black man missing. Go look on my page. See, this is what's happening. This is what's happening in 2025. I don't care if you like what I'm saying or my political views, because I don't like yours. But if you came to me with a problem, we gonna fix it. Trust me. I'm not gonna let your political views stop me from helping you and your family. I do it all day. Plenty folks voted. I don't like their vote choice either. But I tell them this: call if you need help, let me know. I don't have to agree with everything you're talking about. I don't have to love everything you're doing with your life. But if you need help, I'm coming to help you. That's where if you Google Tory Lowe, that's all you're gonna see. A guy had stopped me when I was coming in today. He was like, Tory, we need to gather everybody together and we need to get everybody on one accord. I said, God bless you. That I don't do that. All I'm trying to say is I'm here to help. I'm here to help. That's it. That's it. I'm the most requested advocate in the state of Wisconsin. Up and down the state. And I'm finna get up there and do the best show. And I'm finna win the best. I got the best. I'm one of the best radio shows in the state. And you can't do nothing about it. That's all I'm saying. The most requested. Matter of fact, I brought the students from UWM, the broadcasting students, on the show. And they was doing a study of missing people. And they came to the conclusion that when people go missing, I'm the best person to help. They did that. And they came on the show. And they came on the show and told it. I didn't know. Matter of fact, I never keep track. But they said it and they came. See, the folks that's against me doing the devil's work, they got evil spirit. I feel they got evil spirits inside of them. Because why don't they come out and help? I don't get paid for that. If I helped over 300 missing people and never got paid, you know how much time and energy it take to go look for a missing person? Let's say it took 8 hours to find a missing person, which ain't true. But what's 8 hours times over 300? That's all I'm saying. That's all. What is 8? Even if you do a cheap 8 hours a day to look for somebody, which is more than that. Times that time 300. Over 300. And never got $0 for it. Okay, just that alone. That ain't even all the other stuff that we do outside. So anybody that want to do something to me, come do it. Your threats don't bother me. I voted for Donald J. Trump. What you gonna do about it? Nothing. And if y'all don't straighten, if the Democrats don't offer a better package, the next time around, I'm gonna vote for Donald J. Trump again. If he can run for a third term, now what you gonna do? Nothing. Cause I ain't gonna see y'all outside. I ain't gonna see y'all nowhere. Y'all just talking, Twitter fingers. And I'm gonna tell you this: everybody that says something to me crazy, y'all on a police report. I get all y'all stuff together. So if y'all do come around and something happen, they just gonna pick you up and take you away. They just gonna pick you up and take you off. That's what's gonna happen. Because you got the right one. 3025 says, you're courageous. Thanks for speaking the truth and promoting positive change mindset. Change in Milwaukee. It is what it is. I love everybody. I help everybody. That's it. That's all I got. Other than that, take a hike. Take a hike and kick rocks with open toe shoes. That's about as far as I'm gonna take it. I was just in Green Bay at the draft. You know. All right, so check this out. Check this out. You know what happened? Let me tell you how crazy my last week was. Let me tell you how crazy my last week was. Before last week, Saturday came and I had to go, and Friday came and I had to go up to Green Bay. I had one of my friends in the community get killed, a homicide. I had to deal with that. Then I had a missing 13-year-old. I had to deal with that. Then I had to go do the draft. That was my last week. I can't even gather all. I got families right now that's calling me every day. So all I'm saying is, all we got to do, Truth Nation, is work. That's it. All we got to do is work. If we work, ain't too much got to be said. If we get to work, ain't nothing got to be said. And I'm gonna tell you right now, I believe y'all liberals that's out here, y'all radical liberals is trash. 100% hot garbage. I said it. Trash. 100%. Radical. Extra. You not gonna help nobody. You ain't going to do nothing. And all you're going to do is stink up the airwaves with your hot breath. That's it. And I'm going to go up, and this Saturday, when I go to the WBAs, I'm going to bring it back home. Because that's what's really going to happen. That's what's really finna happen. Y'all finna be extra mad. Y'all finna be extra mad. Y'all finna be so mad at me because I'm winning everything for radio. And you can't use it. You can't use it to your advantage. We doing the streets. Name a show that got more families coming through that's getting help than the Tory Lowe Show. Name a show that's more resourceful and giving the community what they need as far as resources and help than the Tory Lowe Show. I'll wait. Name one. Name one. That's bringing the families in here that's telling y'all what's going on and getting help. Name one. All right, God bless. And I don't listen to nothing else but Tory Lowe and the people. I was telling somebody, I'm out here in the streets all day. I ain't got time to be watching nothing. I'm working. It's people waiting, sitting outside the studio, waiting for me to help them as soon as I get off the air. But I'm the one y'all want to do something to. Hey, write a will out. That's all I'm going to tell you. Hey, write your will up. Hey, when we come back, we're at a Pop Culture Report, Truth Nation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
The Tory Lowe Show returns after this on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Every accomplishment starts somewhere. For University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee student Nick Birschbach, it was internships that led to a job at GE Healthcare. For Charles Kelly, it started with an internship at a TV station. Now, he's a weekend anchor. And for Jaden Anderson, her leadership led to recognition from the American Institute of Architecture students. The path to success goes many places. It starts at UWM.
Ready to buy your first house, move into your forever home, or simply refinance? At Associated Bank, they've got you. With the right lending plan and guidance, you can achieve your dreams. Your financial goals are closer than you think, and Associated Bank is excited to help you reach them. Learn more at associatedbank.com/lending or ask a banker for details. Subject to credit approval, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
It's time for Truth Takes, a thought-provoking commentary on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. Here is Carrie Noni with her truth.
You know, sometimes the mundane isn't a burden, it's the beauty of living. I came to this conclusion after recently watching the movie Subservience on Netflix. It's a crazy film, y'all. I would suggest you check it out. But it's a story that explores our relationship with technology and how it's programmed to take our burdens away. This movie really got me thinking about how much we're wired to avoid struggle. We create tools and shortcuts to make life easier, whether it's robots, apps, or even outsourcing everyday tasks. But in the process, we risk forgetting the value of the little things we go through every day. Sure, folding laundry or grocery shopping might feel like chores. I literally dread cleaning up. But isn't there something grounding about them? Something that reminds us we're human. Life isn't just about the highlights or the easy parts. It's about the messy, repetitive, and sometimes inconvenient stuff too. Think about it. Who would you be if you didn't have to face the small frustrations that test your patience, or the routines that push you to show up for yourself or the people around you? The mundane moments, the ones we rush to escape, are often the ones that shape us. If life was nothing but convenience, where's the growth? Where's the grit that teaches us resilience? And most importantly, where's the appreciation for the moments that do take our breath away? So maybe the next time you find yourself annoyed by the daily grind and are on the brink of crashing out, you pause, you breathe, and remind yourself that the beauty of life isn't just in the big moments, but in every little thing that makes them possible.
This has been Truth Takes on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. Listen to Jammin' with Juice with Ben Jammin and Carrie Noni weekdays from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m.
This is Associated Bank Sports Update on 101.7 The Truth, powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Brandon Snibe. Milwaukee Bucks will take on the Indiana Pacers tonight in Game 5. The Bucks down 3-1. They'll have to be without guard Damian Lillard, as ESPN NBA insider Shams Charania confirming an Achilles tear for the Bucks guard.
For Damian Lillard, this is going to be a tough hill climb for him, but he's going to get through it. But for the Bucks as an organization, this is really crippling because Damian Lillard is set to make almost $60 million next season.
Over to the Diamond, where the Milwaukee Brewers season-long road trip continues on as they are in Chicago to take on the White Sox tonight. The 14-15 Brewers with a first pitch set for 6:40 against Chicago. Freddie Peralta slated to get the start for the Brew Crew. And lastly, back over to the NBA as the Cavs are moving on in the playoffs as they beat the Heat 138-83 for the 4-game sweep. And the Warriors taking a 3-1 lead over the Rockets with a 109-106 win on Monday night. The Sports Update brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams. Member FDIC.
You are listening to The Tory Lowe Show on 101.7 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. Truth Nation, it's time to start jamming with juice. This is the Pop Culture Report with Carrie Noni and Ben Jammin on The Tory Lowe Show. Tap in to see what's trending today on Pop Culture Report.
101.7 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. Pop Culture Report brought to you by Ben Jammin.
It is amazing.
And Carrie Noni Juice World.
Yeah, y'all was keeping it juicy, y'all.
What's happening then?
What's happening then?
Hey. What's going zone?
Let's rap.
Let's go. Here we go.
Yeah.
We need a beat first. We need a beat.
Get ready, yeah. Get ready, yeah.
What y'all talking about?
Okay.
Always run your mouth. Threats out to Tory. What? You think we worry?
What?
Never worry. Because we the truth.
Yeah.
All in the booth. And in them streets.
Yeah.
So y'all
And
really
we got his
want
back.
beef?
Yeah.
How's y'all vegans? So y'all want the beef?
Okay.
Yeah. Y'all want some meat?
Yeah. What?
Talk to Al, 69.
Hey.
No.
Wait. Hold up. Wait. Hey.
Is that really your only man? I got about 69 views on there.
Hey.
Okay.
Catch me up on air.
All right.
Hold up.
How y'all doing today? Tory Lowe.
I done spilled my water.
Hey.
Don't
What's
you hate
going
that?
on?
I done spilled my water.
Okay.
We talking Bucks or what? What's happening with the Bucks?
I was gonna run with that, man. Let's talk the Bucks, man. So if y'all don't know, man, it's do or die today. It's do or die. Milwaukee Bucks. They either gonna win,
do or die.
It's do or die.
Lose. What y'all think is gonna happen?
Hey, if the Bucks find some energy, we need that Bucks energy right now.
I'm optimistic. I think the Bucks can win. That's what I
The Bucks do have an opportunity to win. They can win.
The series or the game?
They can win the series still. Because if they can
one
win this
game at a time.
Yes, one game at a time.
One game at a time right now. we gotta take it one bounce at a time.
I understand.
I don't want nobody
one
else
hoop
hurt.
at a time.
I don't want nobody else hurt, man. But like, I'm optimistic towards it, man. Like, I personally believe that when people are down and out like this is what they truly need.
Adversity.
The adversity. They need that kind of spirit to get them to motivate themselves to go further and beyond, further than their wildest dreams, further than they even imagined. So I believe they need this storyline. I mean, I think personally, I think they laid too much of their hope and dreams on Damian Lillard. I'm not saying that Damian Lillard isn't who he is, but they also need to, find themselves. And I think they found themselves when they had Dame out. So that's just my opinion, though.
We'll see. I hope, people step up again. Maybe we get another, Gary Trent Jr. doing what needs to be done. Or
right. Somebody got to spark something.
Giannis, maybe,
I think Kuzma need to, come and strike
and do something.
He got to. Hey, look, this is it.
Yeah,
this is it. This is a lot of people playing for their contracts right now. If that's the case, a lot of people. This is the game going to be evaluated as when they get in their contract situation, like what y'all do in these games. This is the games. The playoffs is where they evaluate if they want to extend.
Coaching staffs as well.
Regular season is like, okay, we trying to figure it out. But when you get to the playoffs, okay, now even if we don't win, I'm gonna see how much heart you got.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see what you really made of. Even if we lose, if you played your heart out, I'm gonna keep getting more of that because I can develop that. But you can't develop somebody that just suck. You know what I mean?
I know.
And so we gonna find out. And I'm gonna tell you, there's a lot of young players that's vying for time. Dame may be out for into next year.
They said next 18 months to 2 years.
He gonna have to recover a little bit.
So-
He gonna have to. He'll be back for next playoff.
I mean,
for sure.
Y'all see Anthony out here. Y'all see Anthony, our teammate. If y'all haven't, he is one of our sales people here at 101.7 The Truth. But hey, he had an Achilles tendon messed up.
Right. He came back.
He came back, and he got both shoes on. You know, he got
Yeah,
both
but
shoes
that's
on
not
now.
playing basketball.
Right.
He gonna have to, rehab that thing back to play full
Right.
speed.
I don't know if he's ready to play basketball again.
Not at all. He said he's still going through PT because I saw him walking, but I'm like, when can you run? You know, and those be the things that you don't really think about. You take for granted, right? You take walking and running for granted. But I'm like, bro, when can you run again? Man, it's gonna be some time. You know, and that's one of them things. So when we talking about Damian Lillard, it's gonna be some time before he hits that court again. You know, I remember watching the documentary where it came down to Kobe Bryant messing up his Achilles tendon, and I'm like, damn, man. Like honestly, personally, that's one of my biggest fears. You know, is actually getting my Achilles torn. Like,
Which one? Okay, because I get them confused. The ACL and then
your ACL is like your knee.
the knee. So which one is the hardest one to come back from? The Achilles or the ACL? Because one of them tears they say could be career-ending tears.
It's always this tendon. The Achilles.
The Achilles is the one.
Yeah, there's a Greek god or Greek warrior called Achilles. And after a spear had hit his Achilles tendon, boom, he was done. So just know that an Achilles tendon can take any warrior down forever.
Okay.
Yep.
So the Achilles is the bad one, I guess. All right, because ACL is the other one where they're like, oh, if you tear your ACL, all of it is bad. Let me not get it twisted, but just prayers to Dame because this has to be an interesting time, especially in his mind and in his life right now,
pivotal.
as he is in his mid-30s. He came here second year. And it has not been the best experience. Some would say it has not been the best experience, So just prayers to him in his mind right now to get himself together. And
Yeah, I mean, look.
Here you go.
What? I'm not doing nothing.
You seen that look?
Piggyback.
He smirked before he say something
before he
crazy.
go in. Yeah.
What? Look,
you were like you were impatiently waiting for me to stop talking so you could say whatever it is you were about to say.
I just wanted to piggyback off what you said, Juice. Nothing crazy, but you're right. Damian Lillard has been going through a hell of a time here. As soon as he touched down in Milwaukee, boom, divorce. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, that's already heart-wrenching. Then you got Glorilla coming up at you. And I personally believe that Glorilla need to come in and take care of her man right now.
That's
Glorilla,
not her man.
If you listening right now, you need to go take care of your man, Damian Lillard. He's hurt right here in Milwaukee. Hey, now's the best time of any time.
That's not her man.
Y'all remember
and I really would like for people to stop saying that. That's not her man.
It's what the internet wants, Juice.
No, bro. Because that's not fair to women, bro. Like, dang.
How's a woman problem? See,
because
that's your problem.
if she's saying she's not with this man, why do you keep saying she with this man?
The internet got hopes and dreams, Juice.
I don't care.
Okay, you trying to make it a woman problem.
It is a woman problem because dang.
Oh, that's
it's
so
like
fake.
women, because it's like
That's
women
so fake.
can never take a picture with another man
They
without
do
people
here.
thinking that they together.
Oh, yeah.
And so
I
it's
see that
just
a lot.
like, dang, bro,
that's
let
a
her.
societal problem. We just talk about Glorilla and Damian Lillard, and Glorilla took a shot at Damian Lillard. We ain't
Bro,
talking
that
about.
was a while ago.
Well, how long
Leave it
ago,
alone.
Juice?
Like over a year. And
So?
she has even come out and said, can y'all please stop putting me with this
No,
man
we can't
because
go.
you messing up me with other men.
And who she been with? Nobody.
How do
all
you
right?
know? You don't know what's going on behind closed doors?
Look, I know what it means when you talk about 100 men versus one Glorilla. All right, I know what happens in that scenario. Okay, so the internet wants Glorilla
Here
to
we
be
go.
together with Damian Lillard, and so be it. All right?
Well, I'll
You're
say this.
problematic.
I'll say this.
And you're part of the problem.
When we
bro.
talk about the playoffs,
Shout out to Travis on the YouTube chat board. He said
He
yes,
is
Glorilla, come
compromised.
heal him up.
here we go.
Oh, so this is what you on too, Zach? This is the time you want.
Because he is compromised.
Ain't nobody compromised.
Because
I'm
you
speaking
wouldn't
for the
like it.
boys.
Because you wouldn't like it if somebody was doing
Hey,
that
look,
to you.
when we
Maybe
come
she was
back,
ugly.
when we
Like,
come back to
dang,
Nation,
you
we'll
got a
have
whole shorty
more
and you got somebody
conversation. We
saying
were
you
just
with
trying to talk
somebody
about the
else.
Bucks in the playoffs. But when we come back, we'll have more conversation with Ben Jim
No, you the one that's
and Carrie Noni Juice.
Just you. Just you.
Truth Nation.
Just you.
Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
Just you.
More of the Tory Lowe Show is next on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
This is Sherwin Hughes from The Truth with Sherwin Hughes. And Truth Nation, you can now watch my show live on YouTube every day from 9 a.m. until noon. Yep, you can get 3 full hours of watching Sherwin doing his thing streaming live on YouTube Monday through Friday. You'll get the same insightful conversations about policy, politics, and lifestyle while also seeing my reaction to the unpredictability of our listeners. So go to YouTube right now, subscribe to 1017 The Truth, and see this wonderful smile live every day.
Great impressions will exceed your expectations. Great impressions, perceptions, everything.
At Great Impressions Graphics and Printing, they've been proudly serving the community for over 26 years. From their location at the corner of 54th and Burleigh in Milwaukee, their dedication to quality and customer satisfaction has made them a trusted name in printing and design.
Great
Great Impressions offer a wide range of services, including banners, posters, yard signs, business cards, programs, and postcards. Plus, they specialize in custom apparel printing, perfect for family reunions, sports outings, business promotions, and more. For your next project, visit greatimpress.com. That's greatimpress.com. Great Impressions. They're here when you need them.
Great impressions, perceptions, everything.
At U.S. Bank, when they say they're in it with you, they mean it. Not just for the good stuff, the grand openings and celebrations, although those are pretty great, but for all the hard work it took to get there, the fine-tuning of goals, the managing of cash and workflows, and decision-making. They're in to help you through all of it, because together they're proving day in and day out that there is nothing as powerful as the power of us. Visit usbank.com to get started today. Equal housing lender, member FDIC, copyright 2024 U.S. Bank.
Keep your business safe, secure, and spotless with the Omega Security Guard and Cleaning Team. Proudly located in Milwaukee and female-owned, Omega delivers professional security and tailored cleaning services to meet your needs. Whether it's event security or a custom cleaning plan, their dedicated team goes above and beyond to exceed your expectations. Because at Omega, they're not just your service provider, they're your partner in peace of mind. Contact Omega Security Guard today or online at omegasecurityguard.com. Omega Security Guard and Cleaning, protecting what matters most.
Bikers need protection, not just from other drivers, but unfortunately from insurance companies too. If you've been injured in a motorcycle crash, call Gruber Law Offices today. Bikers are often blamed for causing the accident because the insurance companies simply don't want to pay. At Gruber Law Offices, we've been fighting for injured bikers and their families for more than 30 years. Trust us to fight for what you deserve. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
It's the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. Truth Nation, it's time to start jamming with juice. This is the Pop Culture Report with Carrie Noni and Ben Jammin on the Tory Lowe Show. Tap in to see what's trending today on Pop Culture Report.
1017 The Truth. Tory Lowe Show. Pop Culture Report brought to you by Ben Jammin.
It is amazing.
And Carrie Noni Juice.
Yeah, I was giving it juicy, y'all.
What's going on? What else is going on out here in these pop culture streets?
Speaking of the feminist movement, all right, all these women out here trying to stand together, stand righteous. You know, we were speaking about something earlier today on Jamming with Juice.
So irritating, bro.
I'm irritating. Oh, you don't like my masculine energy?
More like demasculine energy.
Oh, wow.
How about that?
Is this something that makes you feel like I'm a threat? Does this feel like toxic masculine energy to you?
I don't like using toxic masculinity.
Or is it just because your mind has been subverted?
What were you going to say?
By the feminist movement that you don't know what a real man looks like?
I know what a real man looks like.
What is a woman?
I know what a woman is.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
I told you he always going to
really
the trans community, bro. Like,
we going there today. Wow.
He always finds his way back to the trans community. I need y'all to just kiss at this point because what's
kiss,
up? Yeah.
Kiss.
Oh, wow.
I need you to go kiss a trans person because clearly you so in a business.
So all I know is, Truth Nation, you could correct me if I'm wrong because I'm a man that holds myself accountable. The trans roll off my lips at all? I don't believe so, Juice WRLD. I think it came off of your tongue,
It was
sweetie.
inferred.
I think it came off your tongue,
It was
sweetheart.
inferred.
So with that
Why was
being
your
said,
pants zipper down?
With that being
Why
said,
was your pants zipper down? Because you was over there with the trans people before the show.
There's only one trans person in this building. There's only one trans person in this building.
So what was going on
Here we
there,
go.
bro?
All I know is
Here we go.
the feminist movement has messed up America to the point that the celebrities and superstars out there in the world can't get by without having to do something to sacrifice themselves and put them in a bad light. You know what I'm talking about, Juice
I'm
WRLD?
talking about JT, bro.
JT. J mother loving T. All
From
right?
the City Girls.
If y'all know who we're talking about JT from the City Girls.
Here we go.
She has came out on
King Kong Magazine.
King Kong Magazine.
Oh,
Oh my God, where's my
I've
Dr.
never heard of
Umar
this.
cap at? Huh? Can you pass my crown, Juice? Pass my crown. Because I didn't do this rap.
Oh, it came up.
But you see that?
It came
You
right
see
up.
that?
Some demonic entities is in them photos. That's all I'm going to say.
So I'm gonna get me a new crown. I ain't gonna lie. But now when you take a look at this photo, Truth Nation, you will notice that JT is wearing a pink thingamajig on top of her head. Can you see what that is, Tory? You
It's
know what
like
that
a
is?
pink rabbit made out of hair with sharp teeth.
Now when you
Great description. I didn't know how to say that earlier. I said, what is it? It looks like a dead animal rodent on top of her head.
It could
with
be
the
a rat,
ears.
though. I'm saying what I say, a rabbit?
Yeah.
But it could be a rat.
I think it's a rabbit, like you said.
Okay, it looked like a rat because of the teeth.
I'm gonna lean into the rabbit idea. Now, if you guys think about this and put your thinking caps on, right? It's not Easter no more. It's not Easter anymore.
No, it is not.
But who is she worshiping on top of her head? You gotta really think about those types of ideas. And we had to ask a question earlier today, Truth Nation. What are you willing to sacrifice? What are you willing to sacrifice for your success? You know what I'm talking about, Juice WRLD? You know what I'm talking about, Truth Nation? Because some people will go ahead and expose their entire bodies for profit.
Yeah.
For profit. When you got young women out there looking up to you each and every day.
That is very true.
She got a bondage situation going on.
She has a bondage situation going on, Truth Nation.
She got a cross. I think she got like Jesus on the cross
She
in one
has
of the
an
pictures.
upside down cross on one of the pictures. And the cross is on her belly. Do you know what that says to me, Truth Nation? Because the cross is black. So you have to really look at this imagery. You have to take this imagery in.
Does this
Truth
mean
Nation.
something to you, Tory? Like seeing this?
She's saying that she's in the belly of the beast.
It looks. I ain't gonna lie, it looked demonic to me.
Exactly.
It just.
She is mixing around with the wrong crowd. That is how I feel. She been friends with the Rick Owens wife. Have you looked up a picture of Rick Owens' wife?
Which lady?
I forgot her name. I think it's like Michelle Lammy or something. Michelle Malele. Who I know? Michelle Lammy.
Oh wow.
And it just seems like, they got some weird stuff going on now. She dates Uzi Vert as well, and he be on some weird stuff.
Wait, we gotta break this down for him, Juice. Because her man, who she says she's going to be with for the rest of her life, Lil Uzi Vert.
5'2".
5'2", Lil Uzi Vert, okay? When you say his name, say it fast. Uzi Vert, Lucifer. You hear that? You hear Lucifer? And then this is the same gentleman, the same young black kid who looked like he was a neo-Nazi. Looks like he was one of them emo punk rock kids. You know what I'm talking about? Because he'll go ahead and put on the red contact, he'll put the black contact on, and then tell all his fans that if you listen to me, you're going to hell just like me.
Yeah, I can't do stuff like that. I can't listen to stuff like that. But it's crazy what people will
I ain't dragging the hell
try
of Lil Uzi
to
Vert.
sacrifice, just for fame and for fortune. And it makes me appreciate people like Terrence Howard. Did you hear what he said recently? He said that and I was going to bring this up, and Jamie was just, I didn't even bring it up. But Terrence Howard said he turned down the role of Marvin Gaye to play Marvin Gaye because he didn't want to kiss no man in the movie.
Marvin Gaye kissed somebody?
Hey, that's what he said.
When he was saying, let's get it on.
Maybe in the script. I don't know.
Okay, what I'm saying is he's saying that he's going to protect his masculinity.
Yes, he said I'm going to do
He's
that.
not going to give away his masculinity for nobody.
And It begs the question.
He's not selling his soul.
He's not selling his soul. He's not selling his booty hole. It begs the question, Truth Nation, what are you willing to do for success?
Oh,
because
wow.
what Terrence Howard went on to go.
Are you preaching or what's going on?
What? I'm in character.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Book of Revelation, chapter 7. See what Terrence
Ben, have you ever been swallowed up? I guess. Hey,
I've been swallowed up a couple times.
Oh, wow.
But with that being said, Truth Nation.
Oh, what you doing to swallowing?
What he say? What you doing to bend?
Yeah.
I ain't been
wow.
for nobody.
Oh, so you
Wow.
you was doing the bending.
Here we go.
Watch your mouth.
Anyway, I think what Terrence Howard was really saying that for is because there are some actors and actresses who have bent over and done things that they never would have done before had success not been right there at the tips of their fingers.
Especially in front of Diddy.
Hey, and that's the truth, right? That's the truth. That's what people are saying. Those are the accusations.
Allegedly.
The Diddy files, the Diddy trial starts next month.
Oh, right. He turned down a plea deal.
Yeah,
they say he turned down a plea deal.
He turned down a plea deal. Did he turned down a plea deal? And now he's going to say that he was just into swinging. He's
And I heard too that they said that they're just gonna say he was unable to do these things because he was drunk and high.
Yeah.
Is that true too?
I heard something about like being mentally incapacitated.
Yeah, so he was drunk and high, so that's what they gonna go off of. So
I just want to see the tapes.
Like do this consciously type stuff.
So he had the cognitive delay.
Mm-hmm.
And they try to say that you're not even conscious enough to even know your own action.
Mm-hmm. Isn't that crazy?
Hey,
it's what you got to do if you're going to try to maintain your success.
Blame it on the juice.
Blame
don't blame it on me.
Blame it on the alcohol.
Facts.
You said alka.
Blame it on the baby oil.
Hey, oh wow.
What?
They say blame it on Ciroc, blame it on the Henny.
Hey, blame it on the blue type. Got you feeling dizzy.
Hey.
Ooh, that actually sounds bad because you get dizzy off of getting liquor. Ooh, you got something up in there. That's
you
all
do
I'm
get
saying.
a little dizzy.
You get dizzy?
You ever had that feeling when everything got your eyes closed and everything just spinning?
I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, never mind.
All right, when we come back, we'll
Blame
have
it on the
more.
Democrats.
We'll have more discussion. Truth Nation, stay like that right here on Tory Lowe. Truth Nation, the time is almost here. Be sure to tap into the Tory Lowe Show Friday, May 2nd, as I'll be giving away $5,000 to one of our lucky Truth fans who were entered in to win the Gruber Law Office's $5,000 giveaway. Again, that's Friday, May 2nd, when we'll be giving away $5,000 to one of our lucky Truth fans between 1 and 4 right here on the Tory Lowe Show. Remember, you have to be tapped into the show in order to be our next Gruber Law Office $5,000 winner right here on 101.7 The Truth.
Ready to buy your first house, move into your forever home, or simply refinance? At Associated Bank, they've got you. With the right lending plan and guidance, you can achieve your dreams. Your financial goals are closer than you think, and Associated Bank is excited to help you reach them. Learn more at associatedbank.com/lending or ask a banker for details. Subject to credit approval, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Saving energy and money is easier than you think. Here are 2 simple things you can do to reduce your energy use and lower your energy bill. Use thermal curtains to reduce each room's energy loss by up to 25%, and make sure vents aren't blocked by furniture or rugs to improve airflow and comfort. Simple, smart savings. Get more energy saving tips at WeEnergies.com.
Carrie, where's Tory Lowe and Dr. Ken at? I'm trying to knock these commercials out.
How am I supposed to know, Sherwin?
Well, I'm about to do their parts because my impressions are on point anyway. This is Dr. Ken Harris from Truth in the Afternoon, and I want you to download the Truth app in the Google Play Store and Apple Store so you can never miss my show or any of the award-winning 101.7 The Truth. Really, Kyle?
Sherwin, you are crazy.
Sherwin, your impression of me is horrible. Move. Give me my mic. I guess I'll just repeat what Sherwin said. Go to the Google Play Store or Apple Store to download the 101.7 The Truth app today so you can take the home of Milwaukee Black Talk with you wherever you are.
Can't listen live? Download the new 101.7 The Truth app on your smartphone today to catch up on all your favorite shows. Search 101.7 The Truth on your Google Play Store or Apple App Store so you don't miss out on any of the action. We are the home of Milwaukee Black Talk. 1017 FM, 1510 AM WGKB Waukesha, and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station. This is your 1017 The Truth News Update.
Hello, everyone. This is Rhea Riley with your news update. Over 24 international students and alumni from the University of Wisconsin-Madison can stay. The students' F1 visa statuses were reversed late Saturday night, allowing all 27 to continue their academic work and training at UW-Madison. In recent weeks, international students and alumni at colleges and universities across the country saw their visas terminated without any explanations, forcing them to leave the country. At least 2 students at UW-Madison obtained restraining orders against the change. There's no update whether those students' lawsuits will go forward. WIAA rules now reflect the majority of states when it comes to name, image, and likeness for student athletes. But what does that mean for school districts? CEO of influential athlete Stephanie Grader says this.
Schools are not able to facilitate or manage any sort of NIL deal, but they do have a responsibility to educate their student athletes and families on the WIAA's rules. NIL is now part of that. So it's no different for them. It's just kind of a change in terms of what they're talking about and what they're educating on it.
Wisconsin students can begin monetizing their NIL at the end of May. There's no jail time for the man who drove the wrong way on I-94 towards former Vice President Kamala Harris's motorcade during a campaign visit last year. 55-year-old Wayne Wacker pleaded guilty to disorderly conduct and negligent operation of a motor vehicle. A judge stayed a prison sentence and placed Wacker on 12 months of probation. He also must pay a $500 fee. This has been your news update. The Tory Lowe Show continues on the new 1017 The Truth.
Justice Wisconsin, the truth. The most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM. The movement continues. Yeah. Milwaukee, stand up. It's Tory Lowe, the truth. From 1 to 4, we about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice. We want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope. Yeah. Tory Lowe from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We bout that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back. We ready.
1017 The Truth. Tory Lowe. Tory Lowe Show live from American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue. The movement continues. The marathon continues right here on 1017 The Truth. Thank you for joining me for the second hour of the Tory Lowe Show. And I also want to talk about this situation because the family hit me up yesterday. A Milwaukee man reported missing, last seen April 19th. Kunta Smith, last seen on April 19th. He was last seen wearing a black jacket, a black shirt, black pants, and black shoes, the officials say. They're trying to bring the awareness because of the way that they're saying that he went missing. I talked to his niece yesterday, and the niece told me that she needed the community to locate him because of what she calls concerning circumstances. I got it posted on my page if y'all on social media, Tory Lowe, King, on social media. She tells me, this is what she told me, this is what she wrote to me personally. My uncle Kunta Smith was missing on Friday, and I'm desperate to find him. He was last seen at McDonald's on 82nd in Hampton around 11:30 a.m. His phone is going straight to voicemail, but someone had called me yesterday and said he was okay, but I heard a suspicious voice in the background before the line went dead. If anyone has any information, contact the family, myself, Tory Lowe, or MPD. She says she's worried and sick and need the community to keep an eye out and give information to help locate Kunta Smith. So once again, if y'all go to social media, I got his information on my social media page. And once again, share. Make sure that you're doing your job as well. I'll say this. It's a couple things that I want to talk about because yesterday we talked a lot about the judge that is now in trouble. And a woman called me, and this is where I try to tell y'all the fake outrage is real. When I talk about fake outrage and fear-mongering that's going on, it's at an all-time high. Remember the mother I brought in about the young man that was out in West Allis, and he was unaware that the tags had expired on the vehicle, and he was driving to work. They pulled him over, pulled guns out on him, and he was just trying to get to work. He drove, I think once the cops got behind him, he drove 0.8 miles. 0.8 miles, and he wasn't breaking the law. He was just trying to get to a place where he felt safe, because I always tell people, young people are afraid of the police. And y'all don't want to admit that. See, this is why I don't see the compassion for our community. Like when we talk about these young people who may not had a great interaction with police, they have seen bad interactions with police. Now it's an era of social media where they're traumatized from seeing all these different videos about police. So he just moved to an area, and I thought it was a rule that you can drive to a safe area where you feel safe before you pull over. I thought that if you felt like uncomfortable, you could drive. He wasn't breaking the law, and he was almost close to his job. So he parked. When he pulled over closer to his job. And then he got out and he told the police that he was afraid for his life because of how he felt about how police handle black men. That's what this is on the police report. This is on his report. And so now they're trying to charge him, and nobody's coming to his help. Nobody's coming to help him. He didn't break the law, never broke the law. Good kid, never got in trouble. I wonder is the judge gonna let him go? I'm interested. So y'all making all of this fuss about somebody that was in a domestic situation. Judge let him out the sideway. But then we got a young black man, never got in trouble in our community, got to go to court for trying to go to work. Where the outrage? Where is the support for this young man? I'm interested. Where the signs at? I'm trying to figure this out. Every day, I'm just shocked. All this fear mongering about political and all of this, and people in the streets is suffering. They've been suffering. It's been going on, and I don't see all these folks that saying that they standing up for this and that, and why don't y'all do this and that? Y'all don't stand up. When I come around the situation when people call me too, I don't see these folks. Just hot breath, hot air. That's it. All they do is talk. They not going to do nothing. They know they not going to do nothing. And so that's why I'm confused when I see them. How do you got the best interest of the community and you don't do nothing? I done been to over 1,000 situations. I ain't seen these people. But you want to tell me. You want to talk to me. It don't work like that. It don't work like that. Matter of fact, they don't like that I'm talking because it don't work like that. They want to keep you in a box. They want to fearmonger to you. They don't have nothing else to talk about. They don't even bring families on. All this power you got, called radio to help and be a resource, what have they been using it for? I'm interested. Somebody tell me. Fear-mongering. Trying to keep black people in a box. Because they benefit from that box. The moment you get outside that box of fear and try to go and see for yourself, they lose. The people that's trying to fearmonger to you, trying to make you scared to do something, the moment you wake up and not afraid no more, they lose. They got to keep you in the box. They got to fearmonger to you. They got to promote saying this and that. They got to do it because they getting a check or there's something happening, they benefiting in some type of way. So they got to keep you like that. But the minute you get outside, be about that action. Go see about your folks. They don't even exist because they ain't even there. You ain't going to never see these people. That's why I laugh. That's why I laugh all the time. But if you ever try to threaten me or say something to me like, I almost read this. I want to read it, but he was cussing. I don't want to violate no FCC rules by reading some of these threats because they be cussing nasty. That's how I know they got the high blood pressure because they can't say it in the way, they can't say they point, so they got to try to, it don't even make sense. It don't even make sense. Somebody in the chat, they making it political, say like Ron Johnson. Ron Johnson can come on my show 100 times, just like the mayor, just like the county executive, just like all of the Democratic people that come in out of my show. Anybody can come on my show. I ain't never stopped nobody from coming on this show. And I'm going to talk to them. I don't have to push no agenda. Somebody said, Tory, what happened? You sound angry. Let somebody try to threaten your life, and you got to come on the air, and you're going to talk about it. So if you don't like what just turn the channel. Like, it's the truth. If you don't want to hear what's really going on, turn the channel. This real life over here. This ain't where I get to leave and go home and go to sleep or go somewhere and relax. We got work to do. So I'm going to talk about it when it happened. And if you don't like it, go to some other channel. That's what I'm saying. So all this fear-mongering and all of this extra stuff is just to keep your mind in a state of stress. That's what it is. And it ain't working. And I'm the one that my people call. They don't call you, they call me. And if you got a problem with that, take a hike. You know what? Deion Sanders' son, over the draft, they let him fall to the 5th round. It ain't 144 athletes better than him. But they did it to humble him. They needed him humble because he came in knowing what he was capable of doing. You know who is Shadour's mentor? The GOAT, the person that they call the GOAT, Tom Brady, who was drafted, in the 6th round. That's his mentor. That's who been training him. They had to humble this kid. This kid was trained by the best. So when he came into the interview, he seemed a little bit cocky, more confident maybe than other players because his dad is a Hall of Famer and he got mentored by a Hall of Famer. How is he supposed to come in? You talking to a young kid with supreme confidence. You talking to a young kid that took Jackson State made a team of HBCU, Jackson State, made them competitive, went to the Celebration Bowl twice when nobody wasn't even talking about Jackson State. Nobody was talking about Jackson State till Deion and them went over there. Nobody was talking about Colorado until Deion and his sons went over there. So you're talking to somebody with supreme confidence, and they perceived it as arrogance. But don't you want somebody to believe that they can do? Didn't they tell you when you was a kid that you could be anything you want to be? Didn't they tell you as a kid to believe in yourself? Didn't they not tell you as a kid that if you work hard, you can achieve anything you want in life? Didn't they say that? Now when you do it, they got a problem. They got a problem. And they tried to humble that family. They tried to humble Deion and his sons. Ain't no way 144 athletes is better than Shador. He won Offensive Player of the Year. He has all the records. He has a lot of records that's coming behind his name. And they say in the meetings, they didn't like the way his attitude, they didn't like how he was, Well, if you never ran into a kid that was a millionaire coming out of college, I'll tell you about these NIL deals. And if y'all smart, y'all feel me on this one. If y'all smart, all you got to do is get your kid to college now. And y'all family can get life-changing money. All you got to do, you don't have to wait till the NFL no more. It's NIL. The NIL is here. This is the NIL era. And now if you can get your kid to college, they can get millions of dollars. You can get life-changing money now in college. Now, and Shador Sanders and Bronny James, these are the first group. These are the first group of these kind of kids. Back when I was coming up, you had to try to make it through the system, and go pro. You got to wait to the NFL to become a millionaire. This new group of kids, all they got to do is make it to college and be good. Now these NIL athletes coming in. Shador Sanders was one of the top NIL athletes. Bronny James was one of the top NIL athletes. And look how they treated them. They ain't used to that swag. Look how they treat their families. They got a father. They got a support system. Now it's arrogance. Now it's arrogance. Now, see, that's what they want to do when they demonize. When they want to demonize you, they'll tell people you're cocky and you arrogant. But if it's something they like, oh, that's supreme confidence. See, the wordplay. When they don't like you, they shift the narrative. Ain't no way Shador should have had to endure that. And so I'm trying to tell you, when you are a black man, or with supreme confidence, they don't want that. They don't like that. I gotta humble you. I gotta make you less. And this is what they doing. It doesn't matter what you are in. If it's football, if it's basketball, if it's education, if you come in with supreme confidence as a black man, they don't want that. They want a docile black person. Somebody that's going to be docile and do whatever they tell him to do. It ain't like he ain't a good quarterback and he ain't going to listen to what they telling him to do. This man just came from a better stock and was rich at the same time. Yeah, they just want somebody that's just I'm happy I got drafted. When you get that NFL money, sometimes that's the first time you see $1 million check. But if you get the $1 million check in college, you don't have that same energy. And that's what they seeing with these new athletes. And that's why they trying to humble these new athletes. They trying to find a formula. Because I can't have this kind of attitude coming into my program. I need you to be happy that I got you off grandma's couch. You need to be thankful.
But he wasn't on grandma's couch.
That's what I'm saying. Poor, poverty, ideas.
So they want more of that poor mentality?
What they want is for you to have, to fall in submission with the program. And I'm not talking about just playing football. So a lot of these athletes, after they get done, they go broke. Like they get mismanaged. A lot of things happen. A lot of funny stuff start taking place in their careers. And then when they done, they find out that the agent was taking all the money, or they accountant, and then they struggling. So shortly after they get done. So, but when you got somebody giving you the pieces, his dad went through it. His dad is a Hall of Famer. His dad telling him how to maneuver. They don't want that. It's harder to take advantage of that. Shador is no different than anybody with superior confidence in themselves. People don't like, that's why y'all saying y'all getting hated on. Because y'all got, when the people that got superior confidence in what they can do, these are the ones that the low self-esteem people try to attack. Or the people with agendas try to attack because they can't have everybody walking around here with supreme confidence. I was telling this brother, you don't look outside yourself. Like, I'm trying to show y'all that y'all don't have to look outside of you to get things done, because I don't look outside of me. I go out here and I try to get it done in my community. I don't do the grant. I didn't never do the grant thing. But what I'm saying is, you can do it. I was trying to tell this brother, I said, you can do it. Whatever you think that has to be done, all you got to do is go do it. But when you look outside yourself, now you're giving somebody else the power because you don't want to hold the power. You don't want to do it yourself, so you're giving somebody else the power to control the outcome. That's it. So I don't do that. So a lot of people take what I'm saying and my ability to help my community, they say, oh, that's arrogance. That's a lie. But that's, if they don't like you, it's a lie. But the families that get the help, they say something different. They say thank you. But the people that it don't rock with, they got to make an excuse because they not going to do nothing. Hey, it can get different out here, but I'm going to tell y'all brothers right now, have supreme confidence in your ability to get stuff done. And don't let nobody try to come and colonize you and humble you and say you can't have that kind of supreme confidence, because they don't want your children or your grandchildren to have this story of supreme confidence. Look at all of the revolutionaries that got gunned down because they had supreme confidence in trying to change their environment. Look at it. We got a history full of this. Right now, it's just happening with Shador in the NFL. But this ain't nothing new. Hey, look, when we come back, Truth Nation, we'll have more conversations. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
Don't touch that dial. The Tory Lowe Show will be right back on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Get the beat of the Bucks straight from a fan favorite and Bucks legend.
Welcome to the fantastic voyage. Marcus Johnson, the captain of this vessel.
Tap into Here District with Marcus Johnson, a Bucks Plus audio production.
My first mate, Chris Johnson, the only father and son tandem.
Your weekly pulse on the Milwaukee Bucks and conversations with the biggest names in basketball. This week, Marcus and Chris give playoff reactions on the pod. Find Here District now on Bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, or wherever you get your podcast.
What are some of the things that we need to really focus on to get our fair share of these opportunities, i.e. access to capital?
You know, it's very important to always think about building a strong business plan, understanding the financial parameters around what you're trying to accomplish, building great networks and great relationships so you can have partnerships and building out your dream. And then finding a good financial partner like Old National to help really orchestrate your vision of the organization. And then, as you know, DT, you wouldn't be where you're at because you're phenomenal, doing great work. And then you have to really have to go to work. If you have that dream, you have that vision, the business plan, the financial piece, then you have to really work at it and keep building.
Learn more about the Old National Bank Small Business Empowerment Loan by visiting oldnational.com/small business or contact a small business banker at Old National Bank.
At U.S. Cellular, we believe loyalty is never a one-way street, so we love finding new ways to say thank you to our customers. This is why we're hosting Us Days again. It's our exclusive in-store event to celebrate you, our loyal customers, with unique offers for everyone. Visit our stores during Us Days until April 23rd to take advantage of offers up to $1,200 off of any smartphone and up to $500 off of any tablet. This is the perfect time to upgrade. Come into any U.S. Cellular store for more details. U.S. Cellular, built for us.
What's poppin', Truth Nation? It's your girl Noni Juice from Jammin' with Juice, and I'm here to tell you to shop Beauty Rest Black mattresses at Steinhafels. Beauty Rest Black mattresses use sleep climate technology that transfers heat away from the body and triple-stranded pocketed coil technology to give you the most advanced support system in a mattress. Right now, the new Beauty Rest Black is only $42 per month when you use Steinhafels' 60-month financing. Plus, get up to $300 in Steinhafels cash. Shop in-store or online at steinhafels.com.
Bikers need protection, not just from other drivers, but unfortunately from insurance companies too. If you've been injured in a motorcycle crash, call Gruber Law Offices today. Bikers are often blamed for causing the accident because the insurance companies simply don't want to pay. At Gruber Law Offices, we've been fighting for injured bikers and their families for more than 30 years. Trust us to fight for what you deserve. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Hey, oh, this is the way we bow. Houston, Texas, this is the way we bow. This is the way we bow. This is the way we bow. And we like to flow.
101.7 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. I'm about to open up the lines, DJ Brother Z. I want to open up the lines because I want to talk to the community right now. I want to talk to the community. Have you ever felt that you had to be less? Have you ever felt that you had to be less to get in? I'm interested because that's what it seemed like the NFL wanted. They go under the illusion that they want this heroic football player that's fearless. But then somebody come in fearless. Oh, you got that's too much. But this happens in a lot of different ideas in the community. Have you ever had to actually feel like you had to be less to get in, to fit in? Maybe it was a job. Maybe you had to go in there and try to code switch. Maybe you had to, how you doing, buddy? You know, when then you get back to the crib, man, I don't know what's going on over there. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, fam? Then you get over in the, hey, buddy, how's everybody today? You know, I'm feeling great. You know, maybe you had to code switch. Have you ever had to feel less to try to get somewhere? I want to know. I'm interested because this is where it seems when you run into the structure that they don't want you. They say they want the, you know, on a mission statement. We want great citizens, productive citizens. But is that true? When the real person show up that's productive and understand how to get down, it's a different story on my end. I'm in every aspect of my community and they know what I do, and yet no, I haven't received any assistance ever. And this is what I'm saying. If I was somewhere sniggling and giggling and sidestepping, I'd be out front. That's all I'm saying. Have you ever had to perform less to lessen how you get down to get in? To be less. 833-212-1017. Had you ever had to switch up some of your ideas so you don't offend somebody? 833-21. I want to know. You don't want to get mad. Have you ever had to act less to get in, to fit in? We're going to head to the lines. Chris, you're on the new 1017 The Truth. Tap in.
How's it going there, Brother Tory?
How you doing, Brother Chris?
Oh, I'm feeling pretty good.
what's going on? Have you ever had to act like you was less than what you were to get in somewhere?
Oh, all the time. But in the last 10 years, I had a change of status where I found out who I really am and my nationality and my customs and traditions of the Hebrew Israelite. And what I've noticed over the years is that black organizations that got any kind of influence by the white Jewish man is no good for blacks. The Hebrew Israelites is the only black organization that is not no influence from whites. Nothing. They ain't nothing done with them. Independent. Where they influence them nothing. And they got a class to a hate group. Their whole objective is to keep blacks separated from their nation. That's why we can't come together, because they are keeping us apart.
People serving agendas that don't benefit their own.
Yes, serving their own agendas that don't serve their own.
I see it all the time. I appreciate you for tapping in, Brother Chris, because sometimes when I look at it, I'm going to do it anyway. Because if I had to wait for somebody to believe or do it, it wouldn't even get done. That's why I try to be the example. We can do it. We can get it done. And we can keep it moving. Yeah, we see what's happening. We see the attitudes and stuff, but you still got to go out there and make it happen. G-High, when we come back from break, we got G-High on the lines, White Widow and Eddie. Truth Nation, stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
More of the Tory Lowe Show is next on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
It's 1017 The Truth. Dr. Ken Harris for Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. There's lots of buzz surrounding the draft, but you won't find one seeping through Pella's windows and doors. In fact, you should make Pella your #1 pick, because right now you can take advantage of no interest financing options or free glass upgrades as long as you order by April 30th. Make a statement by adding Pella's architectural interest inside and out with maximum design flexibility. Their talented designers and installers can match your unique home through dramatic sizes, custom colors, finishes, profiles, product types, and more. Along with durable and distinguished details, all Pella products stand the test of time, which is why they confidently offer the best wood warranty in the industry. Don't miss out on no-interest financing options or free glass upgrades at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Certain restrictions apply, and the deal ends April 30th, so place your free in-home consultation today at PellaWI.com.
More than 6 million kids in the U.S. have ADHD, and many aren't getting the support they need. At understood.org, we can help. Sometimes in class, the only thing your child can focus on are the thoughts racing through their head.
Why am I always falling behind? Why do I feel so alone? So different.
Your child is looking to you for answers. But as a parent, you probably have a lot of questions too. What should I do next? Where do I even start? At understood.org, we provide parents with the resources they need to help kids with ADHD thrive. Your child wants to thrive. Be the reason they do. Visit understood.org/the reason to get started.
Hey, wouldn't it be great if life came with a remote control? You know, you could hit pause when you needed to, or hit rewind. Like that time you knocked down that wasp's nest. Uh-oh. Or that time you forgot to roll up your windows in the car wash.
Fantastic.
Yeah, a remote control would have come in handy then. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. With early diagnosis and a few healthy changes like managing your weight, getting active, stopping smoking, and eating healthier, you can stop prediabetes before it leads to type 2 diabetes. It's easy to learn your risk. Take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Life doesn't come with a remote control. So you're on your own with the wasps. You have the power to take control of prediabetes. Visit doihaveprediabetes.org today. That's doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its Prediabetes Awareness Partners.
This is Associated Bank Sports Update on 101.7 The Truth, powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Brandon Snibe. Milwaukee Bucks will take on the Indiana Pacers tonight in Game 5. The Bucks down 3-1. They'll have to be without guard Damian Lillard, as ESPN NBA insider Shams Charania confirming an Achilles tear for the Bucks guard.
For Damian Lillard, this is going to be a tough hill climb for him, but he's going to get through it. But for the Bucks as an organization, this is really crippling because Damian Lillard is set to make almost $60 million next season.
Over to the Diamond, where the Milwaukee Brewers season-long road trip continues on as they are in Chicago to take on the White Sox tonight. The 14-15 Brewers with a first pitch set for 6:40 against Chicago. Freddie Peralta slated to get the start for the Brew Crew. And lastly, back over to the NBA as the Cavs are moving on in the playoffs as they beat the Heat 138-83 for the 4-game sweep. And the Warriors taking a 3-1 lead over the Rockets with a 109-106 win on Monday night. The Sports Update brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams. Member FDIC.
You are listening to The Tory Lowe Show on 101.7 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
That moment, it's close. It's close. Yeah.
Tired of living day to day like everything's alright. Just waiting on that moment. Waiting on my moment. Waiting on my
101.7 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. Milwaukee, the time is almost here. We have been entering in true fans to win our Gruber Law Office's 5K giveaway for the last 3 months. And this Friday, we'll finally pick our one call. That's all. $5,000 giveaway winner. Be sure to tune into the Tory Lowe Show this Friday so you do not miss your call, because if you do, we will go to the next caller until we find our $5,000 winner. Again, that's the Big Gruber 5K giveaway this Friday on the Tory Lowe Show on the award-winning 101.7 The Truth, Milwaukee Black Talk. Hey, look, we giving away that $5,000 on Friday. So I'm going to need y'all Friday to open up your ass, okay? Because if you ain't listening, you can't win. Hey. But look, question of the day. Have you ever felt like you had to perform less to fit in? A lot of people weighing in on situations when they had to not really have that confidence, or that it was threatening. You know, and I'm going to tell you this, it happens all the time. We talking about Shador and what happened with him during the draft, but in your life, have you ever had to feel that you had to operate in a space where, in order to get where you had to go, you had to, now have that, that vibration? I don't know. 833-212-1017. I need you to talk to me. G-High. You on the new 101.7 The Truth. Tap in.
Tory, what's going on, brother?
How you doing, G-High?
Man, I'm taking it easy. I ain't changing myself. I'm going to stay myself. I think I do more of I just get quiet, but once they let me in the door, I show them what I'm there for, right? Because I did so much destruction in my hood. Now I'm here for the construction.
That's powerful.
And oftentimes I can come off as brash because I come from what they don't like. You know what I'm saying? And so oftentimes I got to dial it down a little bit, but when it's time to go in there, I'm here to get a different job done that most people can't do because they just don't understand what's going on out here in the concrete jungle. But I had one thing to run by you, brother. If me and you was to get together and a bunch of us as brothers, we got together and start doing things for our community and stuff like that, what you think them same people that did that to Shador, what you think they going to do to us?
None.
Same thing they did to the Black Panther Party.
Because I'll tell you this. You know why? Because I think now we're smarter than we got blueprints. It's ways to move now. Like a lot of our ancestors, we have to learn lessons from those situations. I think we do way more because we be a lot more understanding and we got a little bit more of a blueprint on what not to do.
Say no more. I'm G-High, the fatherhood guy. You can reach me at the Center for Self-Sufficiency, Tory. I'm ready to work with you whenever, brother. Keep doing a great job.
I got you, G-High. That's what's up. See, working. That's what I'm talking about. Brothers working, people getting together to do something positive. That's powerful. And I think that the past is a blueprint on how to move in the future. That's what that is. Salute. White Widow, you're on the new 101.7 The
Hi.
Truth. Tap in.
Afternoon, Tory. First and foremost, I feel maternal towards you. So when I hear that someone's threatening you, let me say it open and loud. I voted for Trump too, so put me number 2 on that list and get me in your scope. That's pretty trifling, and if it's from the liberals, but the Democrats should spend a little bit more time getting their house in order. It's terrible in Washington. They want Schumer to leave. A lot of old Democrats are saying, "Hey, I'm done," and they're giving they're passing the baton because they know they have failed us all these years. So really, just check yourself and check your own house before you criticize or threaten people for their right to vote and who to vote for. So yeah, I voted for Trump, and right now 70% declined at the border of fentanyl coming across. So on behalf of myself and my vote, thank you, Trump, for all those people who aren't going to die. When it comes to young Sanders, I watch a little bit on national news, and they said that they never had an interview where someone came in expressing sentiments, and they felt that he felt he was entitled. The word entitled means you have a right to it. Did he? I don't know. I wasn't there. But after discipline, ability, skill, successes, structure, maybe he did have a right to it. Maybe he was entitled to that job. And maybe that word shouldn't have been used as a reason to put him so low down on the list. So really, I think it's sad. I can't wait to talk to my grandson. He plays football and get his opinion of it, because it was just a sad. It was like they eventually on national news just wanted to, every round. And I don't watch it. I'm not into football. But, it's sad. I'm glad he has his father there. I'm glad he has a support system. And I can't wait till he gets switched to a major team years down the road. So that's my story.
Hey, I agree. Like I said, he's eventually going to get his opportunity, but they made it hard for him. DJ Brother Z, the Browns got 4 quarterbacks, so they finna make him work. They finna make him work. They put him in the den. And then I saw a report that said that they might cut him because they got all these quarterbacks. They may not have a room on the roster, so they may have just gave him a crowded quarterback situation and not even really give him a chance. I see people, you see all these articles and you be like, okay, you see the tricks. See, they know what they doing because it's their system. It's their system. They know exactly what they doing. So they put him in a crowded quarterback situation where he is the 4th quarterback on the roster. So now he got to come into camp without even a guaranteed spot. Because if you get drafted at number 1, that's guaranteed. That's a guaranteed spot. He's on the quarterback. Browns have 4 quarterbacks, and he's the 4th one. So they put him in a dogfight. Okay, you got supreme confidence. We're going to put you in the dogfight. Eddie, you're on the new 101.7 The Truth. Tap in.
I know that ain't who I think it is.
How you doing, buddy?
Hey, how you doing,
Tory?
Eddie? What you thinking today? What's on your mind today, Eddie?
Well, we were talking about the Sanders thing.
Mm-hmm.
I knew a guy when I was younger, and he was projected to go as the 2nd pick in a professional league, but the word got out that his attitude was so piss poor, they got together and said, drop this kid.
They colluded
the second round. They did collude against him, and it cost him millions and millions of dollars. He didn't sign for $12 million a year as the second pick, he signed for about $300,000 or $400,000. Now he was able to work his way out of that, but it took him a few years to get to the kind of dollar amounts that he originally lost. Do you see what I mean?
Right.
And it was, and I know about all this because I was in the mix of the people who were in the mix. But
you're a part of the colluders. Yeah.
Well, there was a mix of people, right? And I was in the fringe of it, but I was there. I mean, I know this happened, but it's all about attitude. It's all about attitude. But Tory, we're also talking about code switching,
right?
And I actually appreciate it when people code switch for me. So it's not like there's no appreciation for it. I'm grateful when people.
How come they can't just be themselves?
Well,
it's not good enough.
Know. That's
being themselves is not good enough.
Tory,
I'm just saying, if that's to change into something that I'm not, then that means I'm not good enough.
Did you ask me a question?
No, well, I'm just saying when you say that.
Okay,
I'm just trying to figure it out. Yeah.
I don't ask anybody to code switch.
Okay.
It's in their head that they think they need to do that.
Okay.
I've never said to anybody, I need you to code switch for me. They think that's what we're thinking, so they go ahead and do it. But a lot of it is their own insecurities, okay? Like, nobody's thinking that. White people aren't going, hey, when I meet this guy, he better code switch for me. Nobody I know has ever said that or thought that. So a lot of this stuff is just insecurity.
So you're saying it's more psychological?
It is. I think they think it has to go down that way, but we're not thinking. I'm not thinking anything. My friends aren't thinking anything. Anybody I do business with isn't thinking anything. So cut yourself up. These guys got to cut themselves a break and give people a chance and know that everybody isn't against them every day all the time. People are living their own lives, trying to provide for their 3 or 4 kids, taking them to this practice or that practice, worried about their grades or who their daughter's sleeping with, right? They're not worried about all the stuff that's, on the show. We're not thinking about that stuff, but people are thinking we're thinking and focusing on those things. We're not. I'm 99% sure that's accurate. So I just wanted to add that to it.
All right. I mean, that's a good point. You saying that people code switch because they feel that they have to try to appease somebody, but that's not what that's really people who really get code switched to, they're not thinking like that.
No, right. So if I'm a VP at a company and a young black man wants a job and I'm interviewing him, I am not saying to myself, this brother better code switch for me if he doesn't.
But what if he doesn't fit the certain environment? A lot of people go in there and be like, okay, I gotta get the job, I gotta get in. So if I'm more like the person that's interviewing me, I'll have more favoritism to get the job.
Well, I understand how that can happen, Tory, or how they can think that'll happen. There is a certain amount of decorum. Like, I had a guy apply for a job for me. I was like 50 and he was 37. He had 5 kids, and he came in to apply for a job, and he was better dressed than I was, but his pants were below his butt cheeks. And he came to a job interview like that. So I offered him a job, but I said, you got to do me a favor. And he said, what? You're at work, you got to pull up your pants, dude. And he immediately pulled up his pants. But why is a 37-year-old father of 5 wearing pants below his ass? You cannot present like that in the workspace. There's a certain standard of professionalism, and, everybody's got to stick to it. I can't wear my pants below my ass. He can't wear his pants. Nobody's going to be showing their asses at work. That's just the way it is. And but I guess what I'm really, if I have to summarize this, nobody's expecting it. Nobody ever says it. Nobody ever thinks it. I think it's the insecurity of some of these men thinking that we're in these positions of power and they have to constantly accommodate us. Nobody's thinking that way at all.
I'll tell you this. Thanks for that little insight, Eddie, because I'll tell you this. I ain't never did it. I mean, I just go in there, you be yourself. I think what I figured out? People like authenticity.
Yep.
They like authenticity. And being your authentic self doesn't mean you have to offend somebody else.
Well, Troy, can I ask you one quick question?
Go right ahead.
When black men who grew up black in urban areas see people like Eminem and Marky Mark and some of the white basketball players taking on the dialect and the accent, even though they grew up like in Elm Grove or Mequon, doesn't that drive you insane?
No, because
that these guys are trying to...
hip-hop influences everybody. Like, hip-hop is worldwide. Like, everybody listen to hip-hop. And I'll tell you this, you can't go mainstream without a white audience, mainstream audience. You can't make it into the mainstream. So a lot of these artists that go mainstream is because they're selling to middle America. And so these children are growing up on Snoop Dogg, DPG, Dog Pound, Gangs. Like, I know some people right now that are white and they live out in the suburbs, but they playing Snoop Dogg and all of that Death Row stuff because that was a part of their, when they were coming up, that was the popular music. And I'll say this, hip-hop has broke many barriers. And when white rappers come along, because, Eminem is under Dr. Dre. So they're paying homage to the culture. And they may have started out with things that they may shouldn't have said. And we do find out that at one point in their careers, they had done things that they probably shouldn't have done, but hip-hop had still forgiven them and boosted them into where they are. So that says a lot about the culture.
Tory, whatever happened to the Commodores? Whatever happened to Lionel Richie, Tory, and people like Sammy Davis? I yearn for those days, Tory. I really do. Tory, on that note, I got to go. I got to get to the paint store. They're going to close pretty soon. I got to get some white paint. Bye, Tory.
All right, Eddie. Hey, thank you for tapping in. When we come back, Truth Nation, we'll have more conversations. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
The Tory Lowe Show returns after this on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
It's Dr. Ken Harris, and you can watch me now live on YouTube every weekday from 4 to 6 p.m., and you can watch the best radio show in Wisconsin by going to 1017 The Truth on YouTube. Watch me explore the issues which are shaping our community while also having fun discussions, pop culture, current events, all kind of stuff going on right here on YouTube right now by subscribing to 1017 The Truth. Milwaukee Black Talk is now streaming live on YouTube.
Great impressions will exceed your expectations. Great impressions, perceptions, everything.
At Great Impressions Graphics and Printing, they've been proudly serving the community for over 26 years. From their location at the corner of 54th and Burleigh in Milwaukee, their dedication to quality and customer satisfaction has made them a trusted name in printing and design. Great Impressions offer a wide range of services, including banners, posters, yard signs, business cards, programs, and postcards. Plus, they specialize in custom apparel printing, perfect for family reunions, sports outings, business promotions, and more. For your next project, visit greatimpress.com. That's greatimpress.com. Great Impressions. They're here when you need them.
Great impressions, perceptions, everything.
Ready to buy your first house, move into your forever home, or simply refinance? At Associated Bank, they've got you. With the right lending plan and guidance, you can achieve your dreams. Your financial goals are closer than you think, and Associated Bank is excited to help you reach them. Learn more at associatedbank.com/lending or ask a banker for details. Subject to credit approval, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
The I-94 rivalry is more than just bragging rights. Get to the ballpark for Brewers-Cubs action May 2nd through the 4th and spend Friday and Saturday night under the lights and help the Crew defend American Family Field and the National League Central Crown.
That's your ball game!
Then pack the park for Sunday matinee baseball at the May 4th series finale and take advantage of the Sunday Fun Day bundle. Get your tickets now at Brewers.com.
When you're high, you feel different. Pretty obvious, right? You think different, talk different, but if you feel different, you drive different. So if you're high, just don't drive. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Happy kids heal faster, and that's why Starlight is dedicated to improving the mental well-being of sick kids across the U.S. Learn how at starlight.org.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, at 1017thetruth.com.
Nobody pray for me. It been a day for me. Yeah. Hey, I remember syrup sandwiches and
1017 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. April is Financial Literacy Month, as The Truth has you covered. To learn more about what you can best do to manage your finances, all April on Jammin' with Juice with Benjamin and Carrie Noni. They'll speak to Nina Johnson, Senior Vice President and Wisconsin Branch Banking Marketing Leader from U.S. Bank. They will discuss financial strategies and tools they offer their customers to help enhance your financial management skills. Financial Literacy Month on the award-winning 1017 The Truth is sponsored by U.S. Bank. Visit your local U.S. Bank branch today. Hey, look, we about to get to the top of the hour. Hey, we got some things stirring up on the local side. On the local side, Milwaukee. When we get back from the break, when we come back after we get out of break, after this next segment, we're going to dive into some interesting stories that's been going on in the city and in the surrounding areas. The Slender Man Stabber release delay, that's what they're talking about right now. The Slender Man idea is out there. It's a couple more things I want to discuss, but I'll say this, and I started out the show, a lot of people that if you missed it, I was talking about a couple threats that I was getting, and one was actually we posted online because he called DJ Brother Z. we played that several times, but like I said, it seemed like this is where they're going with it. But I'm gonna tell you this, God bless you. Here you go.
You just woke up on somebody. Who gave you the authority to go do this? That's all I'm saying.
See, they getting mad. They got the high blood pressure. And then I got a text because I posted about the judge the other day, and then they something happened where I looked on and it wasn't even there no more. So people was getting mad off of that, and they, a lot of people, y'all siding with agendas that don't really even help y'all, first of all. And especially when it come to black people. Half of those people that's out there that y'all see on TV, if y'all ever have a situation, y'all can jump behind that situation, all that what they doing out there, but when you got an issue, they ain't gonna show up for you. I'm gonna be the one that's gonna show up, or some brothers and sisters from the front lines, you ain't gonna see them. But you definitely got a better chance, like a 98% chance of seeing Tory Lowe when something going on in my neighborhood. Hey, look, when we come back, we'll have more conversation. Truth Nation, stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
The pulse of the Milwaukee Bucks, straight from a Bucks legend.
Can't get it off. Marcus Johnson will, though. Can't leave him alone for a 12.
Tap into Here District with Marcus Johnson on Bucks Plus. Marcus and his son Chris offer a weekly beat on Bucks basketball. Get your questions answered and hear from the biggest names in basketball. Find Here District with Marcus Johnson at bucks.com/plus on the Bucks app or wherever you get your podcasts.
1017 The Truth and Associated Bank have teamed up for our Black-owned business give back. Each quarter, 4 lucky businesses will win an opportunity for a monthly spotlight interview. Yes, you will win 3 interviews on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. To sign up for your business's chance to be highlighted on The Truth for 3 months, visit blackbusinessgiveback.com. That is blackbusinessgiveback.com. Associated Bank member FDIC.
At U.S. Bank, when they say they're in it with you, they mean it. Not just for the good stuff, the grand openings and celebrations, although those are pretty great, but for all the hard work it took to get there, the fine-tuning of goals, the managing of cash and workflows, and decision-making. They're in to help you through all of it, because together they're proving day in and day out that there is nothing as powerful as the power of us. Visit usbank.com to get started today. Equal housing lender, member FDIC, copyright 2024 U.S. Bank.
Life's better with American Family Insurance. Because whether it's a family road trip in your dream car or hosting a family reunion in your dream home. We help you feel protected so you can enjoy those dreams with peace of mind. Save up to 23% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Truth Nation, let us talk our ish for a moment. There is no other station in the country where you get a front row seat to hear from some of the biggest names in politics, pop culture, and sports. People like Grammy Award winner John Legend.
Knowing that fight isn't over, knowing that we've got to stay motivated and stay inspired. Glory was a song that myself and Common wrote. Two brothers from the Midwest, from Chicago and from Springfield, Ohio.
Oscar Award-winning actor Don Cheadle.
I know that we're the bright, shiny thing that sometimes gets the attention, but I would say don't listen to celebrities. You don't have to listen to us. Listen to yourself.
And President Donald Trump's son, Don Jr.
When did we have a strong economy? And I don't think anyone with a straight face can say right now. And the reality, when you look at it, it's not even voting for my father. Look at the team that's now surrounding him.
Tap into the award-winning and nationally recognized 1017 The Truth by downloading the Truth app and streaming us live at 1017 The Truth on YouTube. Milwaukee Black Talk. Truth Nation, stand up and tap in. This is 1017 FM, 1510 AM WGKB Waukesha and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station. This is your 1017 The Truth News Update.
Hello, everyone. This is Rhea Riley with your news update. Over 24 international students and alumni from the University of Wisconsin-Madison can stay. The students' F1 visa statuses were reversed late Saturday night, allowing all 27 to continue their academic work and training at UW-Madison. In recent weeks, international students and alumni at colleges and universities across the country saw their visas terminated without any explanations, forcing them to leave the country. At least 2 students at UW-Madison obtained restraining orders against the change. There's no update whether those students' lawsuits will go forward. WIAA rules now reflect the majority of states when it comes to name, image, and likeness for student athletes. But what does that mean for school districts? CEO of influential athlete Stephanie Grader says this.
Schools are not able to facilitate or manage any sort of NIL deal, but they do have a responsibility to educate their student athletes and families on the WIAA's rules. NIL is now part of that. So it's no different for them. It's just kind of a change in terms of what they're talking about and what they're educating on it.
Wisconsin students can begin monetizing their NIL at the end of May. There's no jail time for the man who drove the wrong way on I-94 towards former Vice President Kamala Harris's motorcade during a campaign visit last year. 55-year-old Wayne Wacker pleaded guilty to disorderly conduct and negligent operation of a motor vehicle. A judge stayed a prison sentence and placed Wacker on 12 months of probation. He also must pay a $500 fee. This has been your news update. The Tory Lowe Show continues on the new 1017 The Truth.
Justice Wisconsin, the truth. The most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM. The movement continues. Yeah. Milwaukee, stand up. It's Tory Lowe, the truth. From 1 to 4. We about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice. We want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope. Yeah. Tory Lowe from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We bout that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back. We ready.
1017 The Truth. Tory Lowe. Tory Lowe Show live from American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue. The movement continues. The marathon continues right here on 1017 The Truth. Thank you for joining me for the third hour of the Tory Lowe Show. And look, we got some things going on we got to cover right here in the city and the surrounding areas. Question of the day, have you ever felt like you had to perform or be less than who you are to fit in, get a job, join a group? I don't know. You had to lessen who you are, the person you are, to be a part of something. I want to know. And I'll tell you right now, when we talk about the climate of what we're talking about in our communities and how this draft, I think everybody in the sports world saw the draft, and I think I was excited as a Packer fan for our draft picks. But I'll tell you this, when I talk about Shador, it was kind of like a awakening, like an eye-opening thing, like, okay, this is what's going on. We're going to head to the lines. Winky Blue, you're on the new 101.7 The Truth. Tap in.
Hey, good afternoon to you, my man. I heard you talking about somebody called in and threatened you.
Right. And that was last.
You should get him on a hate crime. See, what these people don't understand is when they call in and make these verbal threats, because you are a confident man. See, you confident. You everything that you describe that boy that Deion Sanders' son is. See, and people don't like that about you, man. Okay, because you always talking about I, me, I did, and that's confidence in you. See, that's confidence. It ain't, and it's a little proud in there with you, but you got confidence. Now, that's the guy that called in and threatened you. That's a hate crime, and what makes it a hate crime is because he's targeting your political views. He want to do violence to you on your political views. That's what makes it a hate crime. So I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I know you ain't cut like that, but I wouldn't even worry about that clown, man. But one thing about it, he don't even know what he did. He really committed a hate crime, hate threat. You know, because of the political part of it. Now, if he would just say, hey, man, I don't like how you look. I don't like you messing with my woman. I want to box you. Then it's okay. But once he targets you on a political view, guess what? It becomes a hate crime. Yeah.
I'm going to have to go talk to the police chief now. You're right.
Skin him up. You might don't want to skin him up because, see, he don't realize that he's trying to protect.
I'm not trying to do, but I tell him to write your will out. Write your will out first if you're going to try.
He's trying to fight you or go crazy over us, over some white folk that don't care nothing about him, over the Joe Biden, who was a real segregationist, and while he was in office for 4 years, he did not repeal the crime bill, which is still active right now. They still lock us. The HIDA program is still working in black folk community, locking us up, throwing away the key. And then they talking about that judge down there. I bet you she ain't gave Lil Ray Ray a break or gave him a deferred sentence. I bet you she never even let Lil Ray Ray gave him a break. But she trying to get an illegal immigrant that's a wife beater, who knows what he been doing before he got here, a break. Lock her up, man. Now, she was aiding and abetting a criminal, man. You understand? They had to catch that boy. That boy started running. They had to catch it. But the dude that called in, our brother that called in, he just unlearned because he's trying to protect some white folk that don't give a doggone about it. And Joe Biden did not even repeal the crime bill. It's still active. Our grandbaby's going to be suffering from it. We suffer from it. Our kids are suffering from it if they make the wrong mistake. And you want to talk about Donald Trump? Let Trump do his thing, man. Get them migrants out of here, man. Get them all out of here. Get them out. I'm going to find me something. I'm going to tell on them. I want that. I want that. They ain't even got to put no bounty on it. Just get them
out of here. I'll say this. The cool thing about me being on the air is that y'all get to hear it when I hear it. Y'all get to see it when I see it. And a lot of times before I got on the air, we were dealing with a lot of issues in the community. I got news articles of people trying to do stuff to me. This is nothing new. This is just something true. But I'll tell you this. I made it this far because I'm able to maneuver during these times. And trust me, if you Google Tory Lowe and you see what I'm involved in, that's why I try to tell people you need to look and see and do some research and see what I actually do. Because if you think that you're going to come and do something and you're going to think you're going to get away with it, okay, God bless you. That's all I got for you is God bless you. And don't let the devil stress you. Or don't let the streets stretch you. You know what I mean? I don't know. You know what I mean? Just understand that I'm here to help you. I got resources for you. I'm here to help you. I'm here to make sure that you're all right. I got some counselors for you. I got some people that going to help you out if you need it. Let me know. You might got Trump derangement syndrome. I might could get you some counselors. Somebody that can help counsel you. Get you somebody that can really listen to you and hear what you got to say, and so you can let it all out. That's all I'm saying. Because at the end of the day, I never cared about what nobody believed in. If they needed my assistance, I'm there. And if you can get to me, I'm by request. I'm like the A-team. If you can get to me, it's powerful. I got a long list. But if you can get to me, we can work it. We got Lisa on the lines. Lisa, you on the new 101.7 The Truth. How you doing, Lisa?
I'm good, doing good, love. How are you?
How you doing, Queen?
Oh, great. I'm calling just to make an announcement. With the Black community meeting that we have monthly, every first of the month. So it'll be Saturday, May 3rd at 3500 North 26th Street. Well, we will talk about things going on in the community, and hopefully we'll have a guest speaker coming. And then after that, lunch will be served.
Okay.
And I would like to give a shout-out to Abraham Tory. I talked to an African yesterday, and he was very upset with us Black Americans because he said we don't support them. And he's right, we don't. We advocate for everything else here, but we don't advocate what we really need to. Protest and advocate what we really need to. So shout out to Abraham Tory. They're doing a march in Africa April 30th.
And Abraham Tory is the guy down there, the military leader that's making huge changes down there in Africa.
I mean, huge.
I'm talking about he revolutionizing Africa right now.
Damn. Yeah, and other countries are coming along. Get 54 countries on the continent, and I think 4 other. I think Ghana is trying to get aboard.
Right.
But I think he have Nigel. I forgot the other one.
And they trying to come after him. It's stories that they trying to get him to where now he can't shake nobody's hand or nothing because somebody tipped him off that they was trying to shake his hand and poison him.
Yeah. So they have, even here in America, unfortunately they have the black general trying to apprehend, trying to do something to him. They're trying to unalive him. Again, I think they tried, 19, 20, 21, 22 times to unalive him? They tried many times. And, they're going to continue to fail because,
I think he's a military strategist. He's a military strategist, so he's protected.
Yeah, and to make it so he's not showing. He's showing the world, being a leader, you don't have to have big mansions and diamonds and pearls and all this money. He's not taking from the government. He's not stealing from the people. He's putting that money and that investment back into the community, and they're taking over their mineral rights.
Yeah, he's redefining agriculture down there as well. Yeah, it's a lot going on with him. And like I said, I like his leadership. I like what he's doing for his own. He said that they can do it. And he's trying to get people off the colonial titty, I would say, the breast, And
he did.
He's working, and that's what. And it don't look sweet at first because you got to get unplugged. But once his program really got to going, now people can see what he was talking about.
Yeah, that gold is coming all to him. He said, "No, we're gonna keep all our gold, and we're gonna charge y'all. It's not gonna be the other way around. You take the gold from us, and then you want to, give us so much for it." About 2% of what they get from the mining that gold, or they were stealing it.
Hey, it sounded powerful. It sounded powerful. What's going on right there?
Yeah, so he's taking that money, building hospitals, free education. I said free education. He's building highways. Everything. He's doing what he say he's going to do and what the community wants. So.
That's what I'm seeing. That's what I'm seeing, Lisa. And salute to you for bringing that up to our attention. I'll tell you this. It's a lot of people taking the steps to try to correct things that were from the past. And a lot of people get outraged when somebody tries to disconnect from the status quo or the established ideas. The established idea has been feeding off of us being the way it is and our communities looking crazy. See, that's what's dangerous. This is what's dangerous. I'm not doing nothing for you. You don't require me to do nothing for you. And I got you looking at other people that you don't even vote for to do something for you. That's a cold shot. You don't look at me, look over there. You've been voting for me this whole time. Look over there. Oh, these people gonna get you. We may not do nothing for you, but them people gonna really get you. That's a cold trick. But when you wake up, when you get active, when you get to work, that don't work no more. So now they got to send the verbal threats. Now they got to do all this extras like you scared. You dealing with somebody I was made for this right now. Whatever going on, I'm here for it. However you want to do it. We here, and we ain't going nowhere. And that don't work. We won't change. And I'm going to do it. I don't even trust politics to do too much. I trust me, and I trust the people that I'm working with. And that's how it's been going. So when people lie to you and say, I'm depending on other idea to work, no, I can vote whatever way I want to vote. I didn't endorse nobody. I can use my vote for whatever I want to use my vote for, and I did. And if you got a problem with that, you can kick rocks. Kick one right now. But at the end of the day, I got to get back out and do what I believe that I've been doing for the longest, for the strongest. And if that make you feel some type of way, who cares? Because I got to get off this show and get out here and help a family every day. I don't even take a vacation. DJ Brother Z got to tell me to take a vacation. All my friends say, Tory, you deserve a vacation. Since I've been on the air, all my vacation days rolled over to the next year. I don't hardly even use my vacation days until this year. Because vacation ain't a word when everybody in chaos. So it is what it is. Enjoy your vacation. Maybe people don't ask you to do nothing. Maybe you ain't got that kind of burden. Maybe that ain't your life. Everybody's life don't have to be the same. I'm not saying you got to do what I do. But don't get in the way of what I do. That's it. I don't care what you're not going to do nothing. These people that's talking out of the side of their neck, call them and ask them to come help you. That's it. Do the challenge. Tory Lowe challenge. Somebody say something, ask them to do something. Hey, while you talking, go pick something up. While you talking, go move this couch. While you talking, talk to me moving this refrigerator. They ain't gonna do it. They gonna look at you crazy then. Long as they talking, ain't gonna, it's all good. But when you ask them to do some real work, they ain't gonna do it. And that's the truth. I ain't seen it. They talk out, they mad because they getting a check from how things are right now. And if we all start working together to change what's happening, a lot of folks gonna go broke. Once we get to self-sustaining, they go broke. They make all their money off of the unorganized ideas, off of the broken families, off of the chaos. They making all their money, and they sending their kids to college, and it's some people that look like you that's benefiting from it, and they don't want it to be changed. And that's the truth. All this hot breath don't mean nothing because they not gonna get out here and be about that action. And I've been telling y'all that since my show started. I've been telling y'all that since I came and started dealing with the community, and my message ain't changed in 15 years. My message ain't changed in 15 years. And I don't care if I have to sit next to Donald Trump to get something done or sit next to the governor to get something done. I don't care who it is. If we ain't trying to get nothing done, I don't need to sit there. But anybody that's saying something crazy, do the Tory Lowe check. See what they done did for the community. Or if they ain't did nothing for the community, ask them to come to your house and help you move the refrigerator. DJ Brother Z, ask them come move a couch. Ask them come help you do something in the neighborhood. I bet you they don't show up. Put them to work. Be about that action. Anybody that's saying they talking and running their mouth, put them to work. And see if they go to work. See if they get stuff done. Everybody gonna go to the meeting. I don't do meetings. could talk about what we finna do, but I ain't finna sit there in no meeting. We could get it. We could talk to me 5 minutes. Okay, I got it. What you need, blah, blah, blah. What the details is, that's it. We finna go get it done. And this is the problem. This is the problem. They don't like what I'm doing because I'm really out here trying to make sure that we get it done, and they up there trying to trick you out of your position and talk you into something, experimenting on you. So do the Tory Lowe challenge. First, if they talking to you about action, put them to work. Tell them to do something that got something to do with some real work and see if they show up. Do it 3 times in a row, 4 times in a row, see if they consistent, and then listen to them after that. Then they might be saying something, but I doubt it. Because folks who don't do nothing talk too much. They want to set you in a meeting. You know, when I look at meetings, I look at it, I could have been out here doing something productive with that time instead of sitting here talking to you. I could have been out here dealing with the families that's calling me instead of talking to you. I'd rather help 1,000 people than to talk to a room full of people. That's why when they asked me to do that speech during 2020 in Washington, D.C., I said no. Everybody was like, Tory, why you didn't do that? Why? They was talking to me. I turned it down. That's Martin Luther King dream. I honor my ancestors. That's what he wanted to do. I didn't want to talk at Washington, on the monument on Washington. I'd rather help that many people personally than to talk to that many people. That's what I'm here for. I'm not here to be all that extra. It's enough motivation now. We got social media. You can scroll on social media right now and get some powerful speeches. But you ain't gonna never see them folks in the neighborhood. That's the problem. That's the real problem. They don't want to do no work. They want to talk you, and you know, it's a saying, don't let nobody trick you out your spot. Y'all following behind folks and they tricking you out of your ability to have your own power to make your own decisions to help your own community. I don't care if you call me a Trump supporter. I don't care if you call me an Obama supporter. I don't care what you call me. Don't call me late for dealing with my people. Names don't mean jack, because I ain't gonna never see you nowhere at no time helping nobody. And that's the truth, Nation. Millicent in the chat, she one of the people that be calling in. She used to call in till she found out she couldn't hang. I always wonder who are the people who called her. She the one called, Millicent in the chat called the people the N-word. That she called the people that called me for help. She thought that I only help black people. But then when you do the Googling, I done been on reservations. I done been in Hispanic communities. I done look for missing LGBTQ, hate crimes, all of that. So when they do their little research, they get quiet because now what they saying don't make no sense. You got AI. AI, you can use AI to figure out what's going on, but this is what the mentality is. If they don't like you, they just gonna spite you. But after today, I'm not gonna talk about it. I'm just talking about what happened because it's happening right now. I'm gonna get it out the way, and then we gonna keep it moving. Because I need y'all to see what's happening to a person that will lay down his life to help fight. And this is black people. Hey, God bless him. God bless him, DJ Brother Z. I bet you 5 years from now, I'll still be doing what I'm doing, and they gonna still be doing what they doing. Nothing. Running their mouth. But I want to talk about this story, the Slender Man situation when we get back. There's a situation going on with one of the Slender Man girls. I want to talk about that when we get back. Truth Nation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
Don't touch that dial. The Tory Lowe Show will be right back on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
This is 1017 The Truth, Kyle Wallace, and I am Milwaukee. I take great pride in being a 414 boy and representing the city that I love. The great memories I have of going to Northtown Cinema to see movies with family and friends, to going to Capitol Court to see the Black Santa Claus, this city has helped shape me into the man that I am today, and I pledge to utilize my voice as a way to advocate for you in our community. Join the home of Milwaukee's realest conversations where you can speak your truth. We are the award-winning 1017 The Truth. Milwaukee Black Talk.
The Empowerment Small Business Loan Program, we're talking about up to $5 million, which for small business owners, we need that. That's like payroll, that's resources. So can you just let us know, what is the program and why is this lending program so important to Old National Bank?
Years ago, our CEO, Jim Ryan, this program is his brainchild. He was working with Roland Shelton, who you know, Denise, out of Evansville, and they identified that African-American business owners, Hispanic business owners, Native American business owners, as well as women business owners had a difficult time in obtaining financing from the traditional credit partners. And so we went out, created a program, launched it last year, 2023. And so far last year, we have helped over 100 successful minority and women-owned businesses with about $25 million in loans. We've already started this year with almost $8 million in approvals, again, geared toward minority business owners and women business owners that normally had difficulties in obtaining traditional credit finance.
Wisconsin is as hard-working of a place as you'll ever find. There's a sense of pride, community, and work ethic that's second to none. People here are tough, but even the toughest among us need help after a serious accident. At Gruber Law Offices, we won't stop fighting for you and your family. We've been here and will continue to be here for as long as you need us. Gruber Law Offices, one call, that's all.
At U.S. Cellular, we believe loyalty is never a one-way street, so we love finding new ways to say thank you to our customers. This is why we're hosting Us Days again. It's our exclusive in-store event to celebrate you, our loyal customers, with unique offers for everyone. Visit our stores during Us Days until April 23rd to take advantage of offers up to $1,200 off of any smartphone and up to $500 off of any tablet. This is the perfect time to upgrade. Come into any U.S. Cellular store for more details. U.S. Cellular, built for us.
The I-94 rivalry is more than just bragging rights. Get to the ballpark for Brewers Cubs action May 2nd through the 4th and spend Friday and Saturday night under the lights and help the Crew defend American Family Field and the National League Central Crown.
That's your ball game!
Then pack the park for Sunday matinee baseball at the May 4th series finale and take advantage of the Sunday Fun Day bundle. Get your tickets now at Brewers.com.
You are listening to The Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Yup. If one more label try to stop me, it's gonna be some dread.
Seven The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. Look, let me tell you something. The time is almost here. We've been entering true fans in to win our Gruber Law Offices 5K giveaway for the last 3 months. And this Friday, we'll finally pick our one call. That's all. $5,000 giveaway winner. Be sure to tune into the Tory Lowe Show this Friday so you don't miss your call, because if you do, we'll go to the next one until we find our $5,000 winner. Again, that's the big Gruber 5K giveaway this Friday on the Tory Lowe Show, right here on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. Hey, all right, I got you, Chris. Hey, I got you, Chris. Chris said, hey, move on with your show. They we talking about these folks and they crazy, but I'm on every day. So I got to take one time to let them know what time it is. Because like I said, Today I had time for it today. I do have time for it today. Trust me. Today I was dedicating it to you, to the ones that's acting out, talking out the side of their face. That's what is gonna happen, because ain't nobody worried about it. But I'm gonna let y'all know, so y'all can't say y'all don't know. See, the one thing I don't like is reaction. When you reacting to someone, I ain't even know that was going on. I ain't even know what happened. Tell me the detail. No, I'm telling you in real time. So if something happened, y'all be like, he said that. I'm ahead of the curve. I'm gonna say it before you even, so you don't have to worry about it. But we got a situation with the Slender Man situation. We got video.
Another delay in the release of Slender Man stabber Morgan.
Let's listen.
Another delay in the release of Slender Man stabber Morgan Geyser. She was in court for the final step of her move from a mental hospital to a group home. But as 12 News' Nick Bohr reports, a judge ruled that she will have to wait.
She says she's having trouble breathing. She said she was stabbed multiple times.
The crime shocked Waukesha in 2014. 12-year-olds Morgan Geyser and Anissa Wire stabbed their friend Peyton Leitner nearly to death, telling police they thought the internet character Slender Man was real and required them to kill.
And he has tendrils that are very sharp.
Both were committed to mental institutions, but Wire was released in 2021 and Geyser was granted her release last month.
Court will call a matter of state versus Morgan E. Geyser.
But at the final hearing to approve her release plan Monday, a snag.
The authors of the plan never consulted with the victim in this case.
The plan to place Geyser in a Milwaukee group home didn't consider where Leitner is now living.
The entire state of Wisconsin, Judge, we have a plan that has her 8 miles away. The department and the authors of the plan didn't know that.
Peyton has worked incredibly hard to heal from the profound trauma she endured.
Leitner wasn't in court, but her mom made it clear having Geyser that close would be unacceptable.
She deserves the right to engage in everyday activities, such as grocery shopping or visiting the library, without the agonizing fear of encountering the individual who held her down and stabbed her 19 times when she was just 12 years old.
The judge agreed, telling the state to come up with a new plan for someplace for Geyser to live and report back within the next 30 days. At the Waukesha County Courthouse, Nick Bohr, WISN 12 days.
Hey, okay, well, you know what when I see this Slender Man situation, you know what I see? You know, the connection, the complexion for the connection idea. You know, when we talk about ideas serving, you know, people gonna help their own, you know, and that is what it is. You know, they gonna help. They gonna try to make sure that there's a way. If it's a way that they gonna do it or how they can do it, they're gonna try to do it. That's what that looked like to me. They saw some girls that did something and they wanted to give them a second chance. So that's what we looking at. That's and when it come to Lil Ray, I folks calling in talking more better about other ideas, black people. For other people, and don't even say the same thing about their kids, they people. I'm happy I'm on the airway so I can hear it. Because sometimes when I'm out there and I'm in the community and I'm grinding, you know, everybody working to get things done. But when I hear it on the stage, people talk about nailing folks' hands, doing these tremendous torturous things to the kids. And these people look like me. I'm interested. I'm listening. Wow. But when the other side, other communities, when they talk about their youth, they be trying to see if they can help them out or try to see if they can find a way to get them what they need or a resource. That's what I be hearing. Well, look, when we come back, we'll be joined on the lines by advocate Arthur Elizabeth Brown. Truth Nation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
Don't touch that dial. The Tory Lowe Show will be right back on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Ready to buy your first house, move into your forever home, or simply refinance? At Associated Bank, they've got you. With the right lending plan and guidance, you can achieve your dreams. Your financial goals are closer than you think, and Associated Bank is excited to help you reach them. Learn more at associatedbank.com/lending or ask a banker for details. Subject to credit approval, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Are you looking for an opportunity to better the Milwaukee community? Do you want to develop your skills for a career or job? City of Milwaukee is recruiting for its 16th cohort of AmeriCorps members. We are hiring young adults ages 18 to 25 to serve our amazing scholars in Milwaukee Public Schools. This opportunity allows you to serve your community and gain professional development, which will allow you to enter the workforce, your next educational journey, or even stay with us for a second year of service. Visit cityyear.org to connect with our local recruiters and learn how to apply by Friday, May 2nd.
It's time for Truth Takes, a thought-provoking commentary on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. Here is Carrie Noni with her truth.
You know, sometimes the mundane isn't a burden, it's the beauty of living. I came to this conclusion after recently watching the movie Subservience on Netflix. It's a crazy film, y'all. I would suggest you check it out. But it's a story that explores our relationship with technology and how it's programmed to take our burdens away. This movie really got me thinking about how much we're wired to avoid struggle. We create tools and shortcuts to make life easier, whether it's robots, apps, or even outsourcing everyday tasks. But in the process, we risk forgetting the value of the little things we go through every day. Sure, folding laundry or grocery shopping might feel like chores. I literally dread cleaning up. But isn't there something grounding about them? Something that reminds us we're human. Life isn't just about the highlights or the easy parts. It's about the messy, repetitive, and sometimes inconvenient stuff too. Think about it. Who would you be if you didn't have to face the small frustrations that test your patience, or the routines that push you to show up for yourself or the people around you? The mundane moments, the ones we rush to escape, are often the ones that shape us. If life was nothing but convenience, where's the growth? Where's the grit that teaches us resilience? And most importantly, where's the appreciation for the moments that do take our breath away? So maybe the next time you find yourself annoyed by the daily grind and are on the brink of crashing out, you pause, you breathe, and remind yourself that the beauty of life isn't just in the big moments, but in every little thing that makes them possible.
This has been Truth Takes on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. Listen to Jammin' with Juice with Ben Jammin' and Carrie Noni weekdays from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m.
This is the Bloomberg Black Business Beat. Former world champion track and field star Marion Jones believes she can prove that redemption is possible. At one time, one of the world's most gifted athletes, Jones was stripped of her Olympic gold medals and sent to prison for lying about using steroids during a federal investigation. Jones shared her perspective on success and setbacks on Bloomberg.
Everybody can relate to some type of failure in their life, whether it's a failure in their career, in their relationships, financial failure. And what I've learned from mine is that it's thankfully not forever. We don't have to stay there. Being stuck is a choice. And even bigger than I think all of that is this idea that your setbacks in life don't have to be forever, and your comeback can be that much bigger and better.
Jones is working on her comeback story now as an entrepreneur and a positive influence. I'm Bloomberg's Justin Milliner on the Black Business Beat.
This is Associated Bank Sports Update on 1017 The Truth, powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Brandon Snibe. The Milwaukee Bucks will take on the Indiana Pacers tonight in Game 5. The Bucks down 3-1. They'll have to be without guard Damian Lillard, as ESPN NBA insider Shams Charania confirming an Achilles tear for the Bucks guard.
For Damian Lillard, this is going to be a tough hill climb for him, but he's going to get through it. But for the Bucks as an organization, this is really crippling because Damian Lillard is set to make almost $60 million next season.
Over to the Diamond, where the Milwaukee Brewers season-long road trip continues on as they are in Chicago to take on the White Sox tonight. The 14-15 Brewers with a first pitch set for 6:40 against Chicago. Freddie Peralta slated to get the start for the Brew Crew. And lastly, back over to the NBA as the Cavs are moving on in the playoffs as they beat the Heat 138-83 for the 4-game sweep. And the Warriors taking a 3-1 lead over the Rockets with a 109-106 win on Monday night. The sports update brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams. Member FDIC.
More of the Tory Lowe Show is next on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Try
Try Jesus, not me. 'Cause I throw hands. Try Jesus, please don't try me. Because I'm fine. I know what he said about getting slapped. But if you touch me or mine, we gon' have to scrap. So, try Jesus. Please don't try me. Because I'm fine.
101.7 The Truth. Tory Lowe Show. Joining me on the lines is Advocate Arthur Elizabeth Brown. How you doing, Queen?
Luke King, happy Tuesday.
Hey, happy Tuesday. We've been talking about a lot been going on, but I want to know, I'm going to ask you the question of the day. Have you ever had to be somewhere where you had to try to be a little bit less to appease, try to appease somebody to get in and fit in?
Who haven't? Absolutely. But it don't never work out for me. My personality is strong. And even if, even as a kid, I was unable to, I guess it's the ancestors in me. I can't bow down. It ain't happening. But again, when you think about how we were raised and what we were told when we left the house, how we needed to be, and, a couple of teachers, point out certain things that you need to do if you want to go up in there, if you want to, be like this person, or if you want to consider yourself successful, you need to walk, talk, act, and go get this and go look like that. Again, our community in totality have been programmed like that from day one, from the movies to the music to the, you name it. Right now, what you're talking about is the same thing that we was talking about with Shador Sanders. To be yourself is a threat if you black. You can't be black and proud. You can't be black first. You can't have confidence without them saying it's arrogance. And in the same turn, you turn around and you look at what was going on with, what was her name? Angela Reese and Clarkson.
Angel Reese, yeah.
Angel Reese and, Clarkson. Again, yeah. I think we are guilty until we get to a point in our lives where we understand the game. And we recognize that when you are truly yourself, you don't care if they don't allow you in those rooms, just for instance, me and you, and how we worked in our community and how certain rooms that, people tried to lock us out of. It took us longer to get there, but we in there, and we not compromised. We didn't have to lick boots. We took the long way. We just kept working.
The strong way.
You know what I'm saying?
Working.
And eventually got in the same room. You know what I'm saying? With the same people who had to lick boots, who had to sit at the foot of the table and be foot warmers for everybody else. We didn't code switch. We didn't bootlick. We didn't fix our hair a certain way. We didn't itch where we didn't scratch. Scratch where we didn't itch. You know what I'm saying? But yes, I think we all had that in our lives. And, at some point you have to take the confidence that you have in yourself and the work you do and the action that you're about to be who you generally supposed to be, which is 100% authentic you, no matter what that looks like.
And the best thing...
You try not...
The best thing I realize is that a lot of people, they'll try to be in competition with the people that they're working with. They'll try to be in competition with people that they see that maybe even trying to help them. I think that you should be competitive with the world. If they can do it, you can do it. As if they doing it, why we not doing it? I'm always going to ask that question. And I don't see nobody in front of me as a competition. I see that we need to compete with people that are actually getting things done, that are putting up structures, and that's where we compete against to try to make sure that we're competitive. And many times when you compete against people that are around you, that is not competitiveness, that's actually ignorance. Because they don't have
absolute
nothing.
Ignorance.
You know, you're setting the standard of accomplishing very low. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's like being in the club and you in VIP, and the only thing that separates me and you is a red rope. You know, it's a mind game. You know what I'm saying? Like, we in the same room, but you paid $100. I got in because it was ladies' night, but you in VIP and you thinking you better, and I can still reach over and get a drink from you or touch your hand or whatever. Like, we in the same room. Like, there is no, you know, it's the idealism that we've been sold and we've been, you know, told about. You know, I was just having a conversation, you know, about, you know, like Deion Sanders and how the world plays the game and how they play chess while we're playing checkers. When you think about, you know, that big old thing when Deion left the HBCU and went over to Colorado, right? Colorado didn't even have the money to pay him, but they came up with the money because the ideology was they didn't want all of the good players going to an HBCU. They like, if we can pay him and get him to come over here, we can get all the good players going to Colorado. You understand what I'm saying? And that keeps the money in the PWI.
And Colorado needed that. Colorado was on the bottom. That program was one of the worst programs at that time, and they needed that energy. If this man can come and bring our program up to speed, you know, we want that. We don't want that over at Jackson somewhere. We know that Jackson can't pay him that huge salary, so we need help. This man is capable of talking to any child in America and bringing them to our program. We need him over here.
But the threat was him talking to black men, because just like they're talking about his sons right now, the black men that's under his tutelage becomes confident. You understand what I'm saying? That's a threat, to have a whole group of black men coming from an HBCU giving the game of what the NFL is like. Because what they don't tell you is you got 3 years, max, if you're not one of the great ones. And an injury can take you completely out of that. You understand what I'm saying? So the game that they're playing, again, is the individuality game that we're playing, but they're playing the million people game. Because to take him to Colorado and pay him top dollar automatically stop individuals, because in this season right now, he had 9 players from Colorado go to the NFL. You know what I'm saying? Like, he a powerhouse. But while we're thinking individually, the effects that he could have done at the HBCU, they playing the long game and we playing the short game.
Hey.
And now he have his sons now facing, you know what I'm saying, the discrimination that's happening from him being great. And that reminds me of how we mentally say, I want to put my kids in a better community, so you go to the white community and you send them to a white school, and now they're dealing with racism on top of having to be 10 times better than their counterparts, and you getting pulled over every day to be in the neighborhood, or your neighbor playing monkey noises because you in the neighborhood. Now you stressed out, but you in a better place, and all you want to say is, as long as I ain't in the hood.
Hey. I'll say this. I see all the sides, and I'll tell you this. The best thing you can ever do is come up with a plan of action. And when you come up with a plan of action, it doesn't matter where you at, because sometimes people do think if they go in a better environment, their plan is just to get in the suburbs. You know, they don't. Well, once they get there, they find out. And when they do get there, they find out it's a whole. I get calls to go and deal with when they go through that. They call me, Tory, this is what my neighbor is doing. We need you to come out here and try to help us. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
But I think that many times we move without planning, and really having a plan to protect us as we move. And I think that when you have a plan like Deion playing for his sons, they came out on the good end, but with the world, with America, they tried to strike against him. But even when they struck against his sons came into college millionaires.
Period.
So even though they did that, they suffered little as far as like when if they don't get in the league, they don't get no money. They came up with they was millionaires. They have never seen this type of breed of athlete until the last 4 or 5 years.
Absolutely not. And then they publicly broke him because of his confidence.
Tried to
they made him go. That's a humiliation ritual for him being. Because again, these are good children. Never had interactions with domestic violence, smoking, drinking. Everybody that then came in contact with Deion and his children, God-fearing, respectable, integrity, obedient. Because you can say what you want no matter who his father is. He got up every day and chose to be a football player. He got up every day for practices and everything to, make his craft better. That was a choice that he made because he could have done just like the little Caucasian boy who pranked him, who living the good life and now about to get his father fired because his father need to be fired over at Atlanta Falcons, who did the prank on Shador at one of the worst moments in his life. When you talking about how Shador, his cockiness, his arrogance, here you have a Caucasian boy whose father is a coach for Atlanta. You breach your father's iPad to get his number to prank him at the worst time ever. Showing your privilege. Showing your disrespect for your father. Thinking that it's a game. But the world want to shun Shador from being good. Let's shame this kid. Well, he ain't even a kid. He's 21 years old. Let's shame him.
All right, well, when we come back, Elizabeth Brown, I want to get your final thoughts on the show today. Truth Nation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
The Tory Lowe Show returns after this on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Great impressions will exceed your expectations. Great impressions, perceptions, everything.
At Great Impressions Graphics and Printing, they've been proudly serving the community for over 26 years. From their location at the corner of 54th and Burleigh in Milwaukee, their dedication to quality and customer satisfaction has made them a trusted name in printing and design. Great Impressions offer a wide range of services, including banners, posters, yard signs, business cards, programs, and postcards. Plus, they specialize in custom apparel printing, perfect for family reunions, sports outings, business promotions, and more. For your next project, visit greatimpress.com. That's greatimpress.com. Great Impressions. They're here when you need them.
Great impressions, perceptions, everything.
At U.S. Bank, when they say they're in it with you, they mean it. Not just for the good stuff, the grand openings and celebrations, although those are pretty great, but for all the hard work it took to get there, the fine-tuning of goals, the managing of cash and workflows, and decision-making. They're in to help you through all of it, because together they're proving day in and day out that there is nothing as powerful as the power of us. Visit usbank.com to get started today. Equal housing lender, member FDIC, copyright 2024 U.S. Bank.
How much does it cost to talk to Gruber Law Offices after a serious crash? It's free. Yes, free. As in, it won't cost you anything to speak with us. Not sure if you have a case? Call our team at Gruber Law Offices today. Your first call and your first consultation are always free. And you'll never pay us a fee until we win your case. If you've been seriously injured, call Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer. Our policy is to provide equal opportunity employment, development, and advancement to all current and potential teammates. If you are an organization that maintains a job bank, provides employment information, or gives job referrals, you may request to be placed on the station's mailing list for future career opportunities. To learn more about careers at Good Karma Brands, please email careers@goodkarmabrands.com.
It's the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
You know that I'm trying. It get hard sometimes, feel like I won't last too long. You know that I'm trying. Sometimes I wanna cry and I don't know the reason why. Lord said I'm trying. Dear Lord, I'm trying. Sing it, sir, y'all. My dear Lord, I'm trying. Dear Lord, I'm trying.
1017 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. Elizabeth Brown. Hey, another powerful conversation today. Let me get your final thoughts.
Absolutely. Try Jesus. Try Jesus. Don't try me. Like,
hey,
it's that season, King. Hey, look here. We're in a powerful time. I would just say, again, a lot of us is, trying to vibrate high. The energies, it's a lot of energy going on, that's out here that's negative. And I would just say, continue to vibrate high. Know that mental illness is real. Again, people that's emotionally unstable, see them a mile away, because their goal is to get you to get off the throne and come amongst the peasants. Don't do it. It's a setup, Vibrate
trying
even
to trick
higher.
you out your spot, yeah, because they just running their mouth. Yeah, they ain't gonna do nothing. They just trying to trick you out your spot. Yeah,
absolutely.
Facts.
The whole goal is just to get you in your emotion, and when you get in your body, you choosing to lose. You know what I'm saying?
I'm
So
just trying to figure out why they mad at somebody that helped a lot of people that didn't get paid for it.
Because they didn't. That's why.
Insane. Insanity.
Hey. Absolutely. But in all that, don't dislike Tory, get like Tory, and then we can change the world. That's where we coming from.
Somebody called me the other day talking about, Tory, I need you to help me move my refrigerator because they got the cleanup. I had to go help them move the refrigerator. That's why we about that work.
Hey, look here, King. Keep doing what you're doing. Matter of fact, if they ain't mad, you ain't done nothing. So let's keep them mad.
Hey,
let's keep them
they gonna be mad
that
after
get
Saturday. They gonna be mad after I get that WBA. Once I bring that Wisconsin Broadcasting Association award back home to Truth Nation. Hey,
claim it. You know what I'm saying? That part.
Hey,
like we winning all 2025, King. Let's get it.
All right, Queen. I appreciate you for being on these front lines as usual. We got a lot of work to do. All right, DJ Brother Z.
All right, Queen. All right, Tory Lowe for Waterfall. Green don't always be go. Let's get it.
Hey, look, I appreciate everybody that tapped into the show. The threats don't scare me. You know what I mean? I'm out here. We really outside, and they hate that. I don't even know why. But keep your head on the swivel. Green don't always mean go and look both ways before you cross the streets. Dr. Ken Harris up next. I love you. All right, chat. Salute to the chat.
One in the air for